Welcome everybody to the first ever season of Team Wars, where each team is made up of 6 players, elite players, and the goal of it is a Conquest format, which means that each team has 6 deck lists submitted, and they have to win a game with each of those decks. So you can see down below here, they're all grayed out, and as they win matches, they're going to fill up. The first team to fill up all 6 of their factions is going to win the match. So this is a kind of an experimental league, guys. We're hoping it's going to go over well. We hope you enjoy all the matches. Alongside me today, guys, is Zoochz and Grincher.
Hello.
Yo.
2 experts in the scene, and they're going to give you some better insight than I myself can. And the cool thing is our first matchup is actually going to be Zoochz versus Whoshim. So this is a Memestorm versus Holy Clowns of the Round Table. If you do want to see the lineups, just exclamation point lineups into the Twitch chat. I'll also post them down below in the VOD so you guys can see which players are made up of each team. So with that being said, guys, let's get into the first match, which is Zoochz versus Whoshim, playing Magmar. And of course, Zoochz, what faction are you playing today?
I'm Songhai.
All right.
Don't look. Oh my God! Don't show how many I lost. I went on a bad losing streak last night.
All right.
After I got
that.
You can see here that
I was watching everybody, and I like, of course, I stopped by you, and I go, "Oh man, that looked like me." On like after I lost rank 1, like instantly, just that was my match history.
Yeah, I got back late last night after going out with a friend of mine, and I guess obviously I did not play as well as I could have. All right, so I mulliganed everything trying to find a 2-drop, and then
I think I just have to swap players here, and then we're good.
Scoreboard assistant. Whoa.
Oh, I got all the tech, Grinch.
Oh,
that's interesting.
I can.
That
do
was
this
cool.
Too.
I want one of those. All right.
You guys can see the match perfectly
So-
fine there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry. The opponent skipped his turn 1, which is unfortunate. Rust Crawler's great. Looks like a control variation here coming out of the bat with like Spirit Harvesters. So if Zoochz goes in on these Blood Rage masks, obviously they're going to get answered pretty easily.
Well,
Zoochz-
so I don't normally like to just run Blood Rage Mask out there, but I do it here because I'm just going to play Tusk for this turn, and if I don't equip at least 1 mask, he won't have to clear the board because it won't come back to my hand. Because my hand would be full if I didn't equip one of them.
Do you ever think about playing mind games where, some matches you play with artifacts and some you don't? Like, knowing that you're going to go up against somebody, like...
I mean, I've got plenty of... So I've got a dozen Songhai lists, so some of them don't run artifacts.
It's different.
Those are
with
the
this
ones
being
that
a
didn't
team
make
league.
it to S rank, Kappa. No, you can definitely do some successful stuff.
I mean, this is a Magmar list, because there is no sideboard. This Magmar list is going to run 2 Rust Crawlers anytime it plays Magmar. Do you agree with that? Or do you agree, like, it should be a more wide variety deck? Like, it seems like this is a hate deck.
Magmar has some tough time removing artifacts, so Rust Crawler seems good.
Yeah.
That being said, it's at the end of the day, it's still just a 2/2, so, like, I don't know. Even if they destroy an artifact, I don't really care all that much most of the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much as a hate deck as it is more of a preparation deck, knowing that he may well end up against Songhai or Abyssian or Lion-R. Rust Crawlers are definitely very useful.
That was really weird, by the way. He didn't clear my Tusk for, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that was strange.
And so I think there's a couple things that I was thinking about doing, but ultimately, I don't know. Maybe you guys should talk because I know what happens. Like, it's not very interesting if I say,
All right.
like...
I got a few questions. Is that the only Also and Lore Master in this list? I know you've been known to run variations that only run 1 Also and Lore Masters.
Yeah, I just like the one because, I don't know, you can tailor it to get back whatever the most powerful card is in your deck. So against Abyssian, for example, you can get a 4th Ghost Lightning or something like that. Whereas against Lion-R or Magmar, you can get back a Spiral Technique. So it sort of plays... It's a very versatile card, and I don't think I have room for a second one, but I kind of like it.
How often are you using it to steal your opponent's spells? Like here, are you holding on to it to like even think about using it to play Metamorphosis or Egg-Morph, or
Nah,
is that even
generally
a thought?
not really. I kind of just want to get my own spells back. So maybe at Twilight Sorcerer would be better, but I don't like randomness. So I want to know what I'm getting back. That's
so. The Spirit Harvester gets pretty decent value here for him.
yeah.
He waited very patiently to play that Spirit Harvester after you pretty much did whatever you want, but he lost 10 health in the process.
Yeah, so he did something here which I was thankful for. He puts it behind him. So, yeah, I could have had Mist Walking, but I'm certainly not going to get back there with Silhouette Tracer. So I'd have to have Backstab Mask and a Mist Walking to get behind him. And by putting his Spirit Harvester behind him, he's setting it up so he can't reach me with his Harvester, which just like it gives me plenty of time to just hang out and do whatever.
I'm noticing that Whoshim is playing, or Whoshim is playing Silhouette Tracer. So does that mean he definitely has a Twin Fang in this list?
Maybe. So he's at 13. If he didn't play
All right, I'm back.
If he didn't play this Archon this turn, I actually have him dead next turn because I can go
Double
well,
Vortex.
no, never mind. I couldn't have. I thought I could double Vortex and
To make it 5 mana?
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
next spell costs 1 less, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Archon though.
Yeah, that'll be a theme in this matchup, by the way.
Just tons of
Yeah,
Archons.
I can
Well,
see he has 3 Archons in hand.
No. One is coming down. One is coming
Oh
down.
my
It's
goodness.
just a little bit of a delay.
Well, spoiler
Oh,
alert.
I see.
Yeah.
3 Archons is a low number of Archons for this match.
I've been testing
Look at
wanting,
all those fractals.
yeah,
Yeah.
fractals, or even Zuriel. I really want Zuriel to come back in the control Magmar as just a one of. I don't know, but fractal.
It's not a bad consideration. The problem is that it's one of those it's like one of those situational cards, right? Where you either get to play it or you kind of hold on to it, and it ends up clouding some of your judgment, I feel.
So here I spent 7 health to clear this Archon, because I'm putting him to 10, and unless he clears my Blood Rage Mask, or I pretty much have him dead because I had Spiral in hand. But as we'll see, things don't always work out.
We haven't seen an Earth Sphere in Whoshim's hand, eh?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for him. No doubt he's probably running some. Or there's no doubt he doesn't just skip out on all the healing.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Rejuvenator. Did we see Mystics?
I'm sure he's running Mystic. I can't imagine playing a deck without Mystic these days.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any healing actually cycle into his hand. I think he's had pretty unfortunate draws here.
I think Songhai has a pretty good matchup against Magmar in general, right? So even with potential healing from Earthsphere, I think it's still a favored match for Songhai.
Well, probably.
Agreed.
I mean, the Fractal on Archon is pretty game-breaking.
It definitely seems like Magmar wants to control the board, and right now you're just slinging spells, so it's like, what good is this Spirit Harvester? Like, it just does not matter.
Yeah, it's one of the Spirit Harvester's a great Magmar card, but not really in this matchup.
It's more of a liability, because, I mean, you're even going to use that Tuskboar. It's just a 3 damage, and you're happy with that.
So interesting placement on the Archon here.
I agree, Grinch, because he didn't put it next to me, so I can just run. I can run backwards, and you can't touch me.
Yeah, if you just put it right on your face, like it would have made no difference, right? Like you either had a Silhouette Tracer and a Ghost Lightning or something like that, or you didn't. And the placement on it really didn't matter if it was in front of you or 1 tile away. The most important part was that it would be able to do what it's supposed to do, and that's punch you in the face, chase you down. But it looks like, he's just gonna get smackaronied here and punished.
Yeah.
You're just gonna walk away from it.
Oh yeah. And I was fortunate to replace into the creature, because otherwise I couldn't have hit him with the Tuskboar without moving forward if I hadn't drawn anything, a 2-drop to like make that possible.
Mm-hmm.
Was there, like, you didn't also play the Mystic in front of you? I think you could have blocked the Archon from chasing, but did it even matter? It looks like it's not going to matter, but it seems like if you place it on the middle tile,
I probably should have. I don't know why I thought I had to put it down there for some reason.
Yeah, because the Tuskboar could still have angled off to charge in and do damage. So he's got 8 mana, so he doesn't have enough really for a Vindicator or Archon, but he does have enough for this Replicate and try to run away maybe and hope that you don't have a Spiral Technique in your hand.
The biggest problem here is that, he can run away, but he's got to clear Mystic.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can't clear Tuskboar as well, it's just going to come back out, and that's the lethal. So he has too many lethals to worry about here. He can't heal. He can't do everything that he wants to do.
Can he just play the Archon in front of him and then Fractal around it, though? To block
I don't think he has enough. He can't do...
He doesn't have mana to play.
Never mind. I'm being crazy.
That would require...
12 mana.
2 Flash Reincarnates.
Yeah. You're sure he can't do that? Magmar needs buffs, man. Can't even play Archon and Fractal in the same turn.
Man, that is an imposing board.
Yeah, fortunately I have the mask to sort of circumvent all of that nonsense.
Yeah, it just gives you that range, right?
Literally.
Yeah.
We didn't see any healing cycle into Whoshim's hand at all that game.
Yeah,
so
looking at his hand, it's just...
It's a very aggressive looking list with like Saberspine Tiger. Anytime you see Saberspine Tiger, you immediately think Dire Tide or Greater Fortitude, because that's what the potential is.
So that's the first win for Memestorm. Getting
Did you make all those?
Win. No, actually, Wag found them and sent them to me. So it's pretty cool. I made Wag. Wag did so much work on this tournament. It's unreal. The effort he put in. He really wants to succeed, and I think he's done very well. He's done all the graphics for me.
Very cool.
So let's set up the second match here, which I believe. I gotta go to my match list.
So this
is Jay versus Whoshim again.
Let's just touch on the format here for those that may be just joining in or something like that. It's a 6 versus 6 as far as one of each faction, and it's Conquest, right? So each team has to win once with each faction.
Mm-hmm.
So at most, you're going to see 11 games. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's best of 11 because it's whoever gets 6 wins first. Okay. And I think the goal was to have 6-person teams so that each person could play one faction. I don't know if that actually
that was the goal, but obviously in a organizational scale, like that's a bit much when it's not like an enforced format. Getting everyone to show up on the same day.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard, pretty difficult.
I'm pretty unlucky, but I'm pretty sure I don't have nowayitsj on my list, and I don't even know how that's not possible.
For shame.
Jay
I can't
totally just.
Did he delete? It's glitching out on me because I definitely have him.
Huh.
Because I try to add him and it says he's already there.
I don't know. On my screen, you're frozen.
Yeah, on your screen, it's the second-hand player. So I'm just. This is just gonna be this guy's player.
Well, all right. I'll message him in Discord.
Yeah, and just get him to add me. That's weird. I've done King of the Beta, and I've never had any issues, and then, oh, there he is. All right, we got him. He was probably watching the stream, so.
Perfect.
All right, so match number 2, we got nowayitsj playing Abyssian, and we're returning to Magmar with Whoshim. So you guys should be able to see this. There's the mulligans for you guys. At the top hand, it's going to be Whoshim. At the bottom, of course, double Vorpal Reaver for nowayitsj.
I think you have to throw back the Vorpal Reavers, and then I would probably throw back the whole top hand. I don't know. You really want to hit something to do on your... Yeah. Huzzah. Alright, so
I gotta switch that. It's no longer Zoochz.
It's okay.
It's nowayitsj now.
Can we get some of the maybe the sounds of the game, just so there's not silence if you know?
The stream can hear it. You guys unfortunately can't hear it though. You can't hear what I'm listening to with the stream, but whatever I'm listening to, the stream hears.
Sure, okay.
Yeah,
that works.
You get the awkward silence. They get. I believe they should be hearing in-game sound though.
Gotcha. So these Darkfire sacrifices would be really good if he happened to replace into, yeah, one of the two Vorpal Reavers that he threw back.
You replace Vindicator there and gets Fractal, so it's going to be the exact same list. So did you even take time to talk to No Way about potentially, or your team about potentially the Magmar list that they are going to have to play?
No, I'm a really inconsiderate teammate, I guess, because I just sort of pieced out.
You're just like, I did my job, because that's the thing about the team league, right? Once you know that list, you can reply to your team and be like, listen, this is what's in that Magmar list. There is Archons and there is Fractals.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they have a list. They can't modify their list, but they'll know that these cards are coming.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're still sort of just hanging out. As awkward that he replaced into the Dream Gazer, it's not a card you really want to cast, you know?
Double flash into Rust Crawler. So, who's him?
These are bad hands on both players' sides.
Yeah. Both of these players are probably like, damn it, like, I'm gonna lose, but who's him has nothing on the board right now.
He drew another Darkfire sacrifice after he replaced one away. Oh, that's so brutal. Can we tell if Whoshim? I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's Whoshim. I forgot the H, but people were replying to me that it was out the H, and then when I went into the replay, I saw it did have the H, though. It's Whoshim.
Beowulf asked if the stream is choppy for anyone.
Oh, okay. Is it choppy?
No, it seems okay.
I have 0 drop frames, but I know sometimes I think I stream at like 2500 bit hertz.
I'm very surprised that No Way replaced the Darkfire Sacrifice instead of the Dream Gazer right here.
Yeah. But I mean,
he has to get something better in his hand, and he can play the Dream Gazer as a body if necessary. There's no way he's double sacking, because anything in his deck was limited to the 5 mana with Mana Tile Sacrifice play.
Yeah, but replacing the Dream Gazer puts the body on the board anyway, right? So you're not losing any value. Well, I guess he's saving the Healing Mystic.
I always think it's weird when you Darkfire like at the end of your turn. I always it's like you don't even know what you're gonna draw. Like,
the point here, I think, that he's trying to do is his Magmar opponent is coming up on turn 5. Mm-hmm. Anything that he played on the board that turn was going to be very weak to a Spirit Harvester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So getting value out of not only the sacrifice, but holding on to his 2-drops there as well, making sure that they don't just fall to pieces against the Spirit Harvester, because it's really suspicious to have a Magmar list not play like hardly anything the first few turns.
Yeah.
It makes you just think that their hand is clogged with Metamorphosis, Eggmorphs, or Spirit Harvester. So I really like the play of him not playing anything and just sacking something for value.
So replacing Darkfire and not replacing Dream Gazer is probably the play if he thought the Spirit Harvester was coming on 5.
Yeah. All right, well, I think you pretty much have to kill the Vindicator here. That card is way too scary to let live.
Especially because 6 is his next turn, right? As much as 5 is scary, 6 is scary too.
Unfortunately, since he sent Young Sildar off on a solo mission to kill Wagnozac, it's kind of going to be irrelevant for the next few turns.
Yeah, it's only got 2 legs, so it can only move so fast backwards. That always tripped me out when someone finally told me it has 2 legs.
They all have 2 legs. You see Elucidator? He look. Ugh.
Yeah, I knew Elucidator did, but like I don't know, for some reason I thought Veteran for sure.
He uses his arms.
My favorite is the a Celestial Phantom from Songhai.
Mm-hmm.
How it moves around, it just crawls on the ground. It's kind of freaking me out whenever I see it.
Yeah, it's very it's very from the movies, you know.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is such a. I don't know whether these have been sort of awkward draws for both players, but it's been a weird game thus far.
We just saw Dampening Wave being played.
I don't think I would have put the Saber Spine Tiger right there. Just like you could have put it back a little bit further, because now he can clear it with his general if he really wants to. I don't know.
Full HP. It's really easy.
And if he has like a Void Pulse or something, he just basically gets to clear it for free.
I think he's just going to drop that Archon, right? Or he may actually drop Emerald. Nah, I think Archon just comes down here. There's no way.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has full health, basically. I don't think he's going to be playing Emerald. And Archon's such a more powerful play. If I were nowayitsj, I would sort of be afraid of an Egg-Morph or a Metamorphosis or something, but it looks like he's drawn some more powerful spells, so it's sort of not as big a concern.
Yeah, I mean, and there wasn't really a position there that was you could play it like safely out of attack reach or something, you know. So
he just drew into a Fractal, which is probably not the spell or not the card he needed to draw right now.
Well, he can get a bunch of young Solitaires if he wants.
He can get a bunch of eggs if he really wants to.
So is the play here just run away and rejuve to block your path and float 3?
I don't know, man.
Or is it
I think you play Spirit Harvester. You might as well.
Ooh, I don't know if I would have walked that way, because now his Archon can get you just about wherever you put anything. All right.
There wasn't a place that was safe from it though.
Couldn't he could have? Oh, you're right. Sorry, I thought
he could have played the Spirit Harvester out of reach of the Archon, but not himself.
Yeah. I think I probably would have liked that, because then, presuming that
you just run away with Spirit Harvester.
Yeah. Well, so if Archon hits you, it goes to 5 health, which can then trade with the Spirit Harvester, or if it kills the Spirit Harvester like it did, it's still at 2. I don't know. I feel like there's a way you could have cleared this with taking a lot less damage, because now he's going to.
Well, look at the card in his hand that's going to allow him to swing and not get counterattacked.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad card to see right now. However, we do have to deal with. Now we have a new problem on the field.
Reaper.
And with a greedy list like his, with all of the Archons, it's going to suffer here.
Yeah, especially since he hasn't drawn any of them.
Oh.
It means there's probably a lot higher percentage chance that he has one in his deck.
I guess we're out of sync here, because trying to...
Yeah, the top hands is catching up for sure. The browser ends up usually lagging when I do this. So the Egg-Morph finally comes out now with the top hand.
I guess that's... doesn't happen in the client.
This, and this will help catch it up a little bit.
All right, there you go.
Pass this turn so I can hit resume here on the claim, which just crashed. I think it crashed. No, all right, we're back. It froze there for a second, but I think it's back. All right, we're back.
All right.
All right, so
Spectral
playing the Vorpal. If we're playing Vorpal here, we're playing it out of reach of the general, because like the only way they're going to answer that is Egg-Morph or Metamorphosis. So if you play it, play it next to the general, you're just asking for it to get easily removed, and they save themselves the trouble.
So on that note, if he has something like Blood Tear and a Metamorphosis, then he can clear it this way. I think I would have liked to have seen it maybe protected even more, diagonally, so that there's no way that he could have gotten to it. Yeah, because he even has the Metamorphosis in hand. If he drew like a Vindicator and a Metamorphosis.
You're talking about putting it on the bottom mana tile here, the Vorpal Reaver?
Yep. Yeah, because the important part here is that the general can't reach it, no matter what. And the distance from the Vorpal to the opponent's general is exactly the same from those two positions. No matter where the general moves, it's still two moves out.
Yep.
So.
All right. So, did he already replace? It looks like he has.
Yeah, at least on the In the battle log, it says he has as the red.
I think it's going to be Metamorphosis Rejuve here.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else.
Unfortunate, but...
Well, I don't know if I like that. I feel like I would have moved back 2 spaces, or I would have put Archon right in front of the general, and then tried to run away. Because if you do that, then you're saving your Metamorphosis to get the.
I would have played this Emerald Rejuvenator out of reach of the general. He's already full health. He's no problem clearing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you need an answer for that Vorpal, and Emerald Rejuvenator was a pretty decent choice there. By placing it behind you, it basically makes your opponent have to play a little bit more carefully, otherwise the Emerald gets to trade off.
All right.
So it just trades for 2 damage now and durability.
Yep. We have bigger problems.
All right.
I always thought as playing a Magmar, if you're on 9 mana cores and you're above 20 HP, like, you're loving it. But it doesn't seem like Whoshim is really loving it right now.
No, he's definitely not feeling McDonald's. It's quite a bit.
If he can land
double Revenant draw, the punish is going to open up here, I think, if Whoshim does not start drawing. Oh, that answers a problem from yesterday, not today.
Yeah, a little late, but still probably fine to throw out along with Archon.
Yeah, because, I mean, healing for 4 here is a moot point. You'd rather get something bigger on the board.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
I think the only safe place to move here is 2 down, because it's away from the Healing Mystic. Otherwise, every other slot is threatening. No.
Because, yeah, Emerald's going to hit him here. Mystic, General, Vorpal. If he moves
2
here.
down gets that Mystic out of the way.
But I mean, this looks bad with the double Vorpal attack with Spectral, right? That's 18 damage.
we could have also
that's 20. That's lethal, right?
If he just
it's
throws,
it's lethal for sure. With the general, it's 22 damage. Double Vorpal, that's 12. Mystic is 14. Spectral is another 6, which is 20, and General's 22.
I don't even think you need the general damage
because
the Vorpal. Yeah, the Vorpal is 12 by itself. Spectral's 6 more, and then the Healing Mystic is 20.
Yep. So that's as long as he sees it here, that's going to be lethal for nowayitsj.
I mean, I would be hard pressed if he doesn't see this.
Yeah. Does he trade with the Rust Crawler here?
Well, I mean, he could even do that. It's just the funny part.
Yeah, and then use the general to finish him.
Finish him with the backstab.
Oh, that would be so BM, but it would be so fun.
It'd be very J.
So that's our Abyssian win for Memestorm, up 2
what is that
to nothing.
emo? What the?
It's the Abyssian wink, man.
What?
I think it's the Abyssian wink, man.
That must be.
Yeah, it'd be hard for you to see it. Wait, if you turn into the stream, it'd be a lot easier for you to check that out. So,
the Abyssian wink. I don't think Abyssian has a wink. It has a kiss.
Yeah, we used icons that weren't in the game. So we tried to make it really sweet. So I'm gonna mute my mic. You guys can talk, and I'm gonna set up the next match.
Okay.
So going into game 3, I was trying to touch on this before we started this one. The format. Do the teams choose their
the players?
Or does someone submit someone and then someone puts them up against them?
I think that the way it has been played, or the way that we're doing this one, is that each team captain sends into a third party, the tournament organizer, the name of their, the person that's going, and that way it's sort of anonymous, so you can't game the system by being like, Zoochz is going first, and he's obviously playing Songhai, so we're going to put Lionar first. There's obviously no way to do it where a team can submit, who they want to go, knowing the other team's player.
It's a Z at the end of Plass.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to see if this becomes a more established tournament for this game, because I've always liked the idea of. Oh, okay. I've always liked. Oh, it's okay. I've always liked the idea of the like each faction member represented in a tournament, because there's as opposed to Hearthstone, which has 9, it's a little too much for a short tournament. We've only got 6 factions here, which is nice, short and sweet. Best of 11's a lot more doable than best of 17.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. So.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that I like the format as well. I feel like it's better to showcase more factions and multiple players' skills in a team tournament, rather than say okay, well, we send Zoochz first, and he just keeps winning, right? Yeah. I remember we did a tournament back in February, or Riverrath did, where just a few people played a few games against each other for a very small best of 3 versus 3 kind of thing. Right? Well, it was literally one person could just win and win and win. Because I remember Camify winning 2 games in a row and then losing his third, and we didn't even see Scientist play that day.
Oh, jeez.
That format was it was interesting, but I like this one a lot better.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. And it's nice to watch a tournament and not see Zoochz after Zoochz after Colos after Zoochz after Colos. We get to see other players. All right. Sorry. Quit winning. All right, guys, so on to our third game of Memestorm versus Holy Clowns of the Round Table. This is Colos stepping up with Linar, and he's taking on Plass, who is playing Venner. So we can get into that match.
So who do you favor in this matchup right here? Not knowing the deck lists.
I favor Vannar. Out of the blue. Just unknowingly, it's got to be Vannar. Yeah. They have better tech options versus Linar lists. That's a broad spectrum Linar list. What I'm saying is if you know a Linar list is coming into a blind tournament where it has to play all the factions, they got to run late game. And Vannar is just so good at answering late game drops with Hailstone Prisons and the like. True.
But you don't know that you're going to go up against Linar when you play your Vannar. So it's sort of, I don't know if you can tech in necessarily, unless you just spam Vannar the whole tournament waiting to play Linar. It might just be random. But I agree. I think generally speaking, Hailstone Prison is an incredible answer to Linar's, Ironcliff or General Zir or something like that.
Yeah.
But we lose.
They don't ever cut Hailstone. You know what I mean? Hailstone never leaves your deck list as a Vannar player. It's just so powerful.
Gotta think Vannar's usually way of winning lately has been Jax Trusay into Razorback, and Tempest kind of deals with that as well. So as much as Hailstone's a bomb in this matchup, it seems like Tempest is a pretty big bomb too, at least for the win condition. If he had gotten the Mana Tile with the Dream Gazer, he could have played his Dancing Blades on the Chaos Elemental, but he didn't, unfortunately. And somehow the Chaos would have gotten the Mana Tile too.
Yeah.
Just RNG to Mana Tiles.
So I feel like I would have attacked the Chaos Elemental first just to see where it goes, and then you might even just want to trade your Crystal Cloaker into it. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Plass with the kissy face.
The kissy face is definitely warranted there.
Oh, man.
That has to feel like poop.
Oh, man.
So why is Colos running Chaos Elementals in Linar, anyways?
It's really, really hard to answer for a lot of factions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw, but in his opening hand, he had Second Sun, too, which is not a card you see that often.
Is this because of also Abyssian, kind of? He's just threatened by it?
Yeah, I've also been running... I haven't been running Chaos Elemental myself, but on my Linar list that I've been playing on ladder to some success lately, I was running the Second Sun, and honestly, it does a very good job of pressuring the opponent, almost as much so as Ironcliff does. The only difference is that he's a little less damage for Divine Bond if he gets dispelled. So, but he's still a big threat, still has to be answered. So I feel like he's worthy. He's a worthy replacement for Ironcliff if Abyssian is your main concern. But otherwise, he's not bad at all.
Yeah. So it looks. Go ahead.
That you're probably thinking the same way. Dancing Blades coming out and killing that Azurite Lion.
No, I would kill the Azurite Lion with the. Oh, never mind. That's. No, yeah, I would kill Azurite Lion with the Fenrir,
and then Dancing Blade.
And the Dancing Blade's the 4/3.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. So
Yeah.
board gone.
Very powerful play.
Brutal.
No Sunbloom yet for Colos here. He has pretty decent removal here, but he also can't develop anything too strong on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has to.
He's retreating, I guess, to get away from Dancing Blades.
Yeah, 7 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just risking it here. He's going for the winning play, which would be this second sun, rather than.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he put that in the spot where the Dancing Blades could hit it. So I don't think he care. Like, if the Fenrir attacks his general, does it really matter? Like, he's going to lose the Fenrir, and have the wolf. And this way, you're letting him kill the second son if he has, like, I don't know, Razorback or something along those lines, or Chromatic Hold even.
But
like, that's brutal.
That's not a bad trade. Like Chromatic Hold is really brutal, but the Razorback play wouldn't be that bad because I mean you're going to kill the pumped up Dancing Blade as well.
True. I mean,
I think, yeah, letting it die is, I think, fine here since he has martyrdoms and stuff. He just wants to save his martyrdoms and wants to draw into more pressure cards. And answering the board with the pressure target, I think, is a better idea than just playing spells and then waiting to drop the second sun next turn. Because at some point as liner, you have to have your opponent play those Hailstone Prisons. If they don't play the Hailstone Prisons, like, you just sit there and you wait and you sit on cards all game long because you fear of it going back into your hand. So I feel like it wasn't an unreasonable play to play within reach and have an answer board.
And
so
now,
he can actually answer everything right now if he if he tempests and then martyrdoms and then attacks the Primus and then I guess martyrdoms the ghost wolf.
he could have done some pretty good damage with. No, I don't think he was able to get the Blood Tier Alchemist in the sweet spot for a Holy Immolation there, but.
No, he could have left everything. He could have left just Primus Fist up with Holy Immolation.
Well, this is also good. I mean, he is getting out of the way of the Primus Fist, so he's not really having to address it right now. So I guess there's no reason he really needs to waste a martyrdom on the, the Ghost Wolf or anything like that, because he's at a high enough life. He doesn't need to full clear or anything along those lines.
Yeah, full clearing there would have just been kind of like a waste, I think, when your opponent's on 6 cards.
Yeah.
Their board's going to come back. Developing some board is good, but these Dancing Blades are so harsh, and we see yet another one lined up. Oh, wait, no, that's the same one.
Yeah, just that little delay. I don't know how I'll have to fix it. I think the only way I can fix it is getting a third monitor, because I think when Chrome's in the background, it doesn't like it too much.
Yeah, we use the client for Bloodborne, and it stays up to speed.
Yeah, that might be what I do next time.
2 clients.
Okay, so if the wolf attacks you here, you can move and ping the wolf to kill it, and then Holy Immolation to kill almost everything. He'll still have a 4/2. Oh, I guess he's getting rid of it. Oopsies.
Divine Bond with Blood Tier Alchemist in your hand.
Yeah.
Time to pump you up.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I can't count how many times I've used Divine Bond on Jaxies.
Nice. So it looks like he's saving the Tempest for a Jax play, if he fears that from... Because he hasn't been using it to clear, even though when it'd be pretty good. So I have to imagine that's what he's saving it for.
Yeah, anytime after 6 mana, 6 cards, they're full health, it's like really, really decent to just hold it on for that. Problem is that he just keeps drawing Blood Tier Alchemist, right?
Yeah. Poor draws here. Well, the good news is that he has more or less, well, I was going to say he's more or less stabilized because he's got 9 points of healing right now, but the Zendrui is going to be pretty annoying to have to deal with. Yeah,
1 Tempest here, punch Zendrui. I mean, we're replacing Divine Bond first.
Yeah.
I like Plass's movement here. He took the Primus first from above down to here. Now, a lot of people would think just move it in here and blocking the general from moving. But now he still denies the 2 runaway, and he doesn't play into like a Holy Immolation play that would just get some crazy value. So just like one movement here blocks the 2 walk and avoids a big Holy Immolation turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he hasn't seen Holy Immolation yet, so you got to be thinking that it's coming.
So, good healing, a little bit of good board answer. You're just still feeling that heat, though.
And he just used that Tempest, which was the Jack's True Sight insurance. I mean, it's like he had to, but...
I think Plass has lethal here, right? Because he can bounce the Rejuvenator, play Razorback, and then Tiger. Am I crazy?
He's on 8 mana. 9 mana.
Okay, does he need to bounce the Rejuvenator then even? So if he just plays Tiger...
5, 7, 9. No, he only has 9 damage with Tiger and Razorback. He's 11 damage with Channel.
Yeah, so 1 short. That's...
Yep, and he can hold that play for just about as long as he wants, I think.
So that's just the out-of-hand burst from Vanner. No need for Rhino with Celerity. Just need Cat and Razorback.
So Plass was 1 short of lethal right there, and or 1 mana. So I think Colos is going to get out of it. Not get out of it necessarily, but survive to live another day maybe with the 10 points of healing in hand.
Yeah, but if he just plays Second Son, he's already got that Hailstone. Oh, he does Razorback. Oh, it's brutal. Because now, like, for sure, he's got, like, 14 damage on board, or 18, 20 damage on board.
Throws back one of the elixirs. That's
Well, the 5 health isn't going to help him when he's got 4, 4, 4, and a 6, right? So
yeah.
It just doesn't seem like...
Because he can't walk away from everything either. It was a really good placement on Plass's part because every single position that he could have.
And we see the Hailstone in hand. I think that's lethal. That's 10. That's 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
14. Can he get the 16 from the general? Yeah,
yeah,
the general
he can move
up.
it.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
So, unfortunately for Colos, draws kind of bodied him, but Plass really did play that well.
Yeah.
Very good placement, very good pressure.
Excellent.
So that means we're not going to get a shutout here today.
Leave it to Colos to lose.
I know, right? Just that thrower, you know.
All right, so that is a Vanner win for... Holy cow.
So while you set up the next match, Grinch, what do you think if you're each team you would want to send forward, knowing what the available factions are left?
So you still have to deal with that Linar now, and that was probably one of your best decks to deal with Linar, right? Like they got a good chance to not see any provokes, so they have to consider that. I think if the opponents, I think this is where you kind of like you shove your Magmar forward, right? Because they may come back with the Linar again, but you already know that your opponents have Songhai and Abyssian out of the way. So I think throwing Magmar forward here would be your best bet.
Okay. And
Clowns
if you were
Magmar for Memestorm, sorry.
I think you meant for clowns, right? Or did you mean Memestorm?
So I meant the Holy Clowns of the Round Table. Yeah, they've already seen Songhai and Abyssian. I'd throw the Magmar forward.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have to deal with that Linar, it's probably going to be your best bet.
I would probably, if I were Memestorm, well, I mean, I am, but I'm not really consulting with my teammates at all. I'd probably throw forward the Linar here, just because they're gonna have to play Songhai next, and or not next. Well, they'll have to play it eventually, and I mean, it seems like one of the best matchups against Songhai's Linar. I don't know. Yeah.
Throwing the Linar again is definitely like I said, it was also like one of the best matchups that Clowns could get was the Vannar versus Linar, regardless. Like I said, the Magmar could come out, but all the other matchups look pretty favorable for Linar right now. So I definitely would see that both from both perspectives, that we would see a Linar Magmar matchup, because that would just be the most statistically correct play for each team.
All right, so with that being said, it is going to be Lionar for Memestorm, and we're getting the Magmar once again
nice.
from Clowns.
You were right.
And I feel Zoochz and I feel pretty smart right now.
Nailing it with the Lionar and the Magmar. So,
all right. So let's see. It looks like a pretty ideal hand.
Yeah. Ideal hand for Lionar is what we're saying, right, Colos?
You know, these fractals. It's interesting that he has Tracer and Fractals in a non-1 TK list. Like,
yeah, I agree.
So
Tracer.
I like the Tracer in all the 1 turn K lists that you can possibly play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think it's pretty standard. Play your 2 dudes out, and I guess the only question is, do you try to protect the Windblade?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I was just about to touch on that as well. So he doesn't really know if he's running Dire Tide Frenzy. If he is running Dire Tide Frenzy, he'll get punished, but at least this way it doesn't punish the general, and it turns into and if he wants to attack Windblade with it, it turns into an egg, and that removes the middle tile. So Dire Tide Frenzy could remove both minions by attacking Mystic, but I like this play better than playing 2 forward because Dire Tide is just too strong.
But Zoochz talked to Colos and told him what's in Whoshim's deck, so...
Oh, no way.
So Colos isn't worried about the Dire Tide, but yeah. That would be the blowout.
All right, I guess the question here is, I think you trade Tiger for Zealot, and do you also try to clear the Mystic, or do you take the tile and then play your own Mystic?
I think you played your own Mystic. You can play it out of reach of the general. Oh, I would have played it out of reach. Because right now, like, he doesn't want to go after that young Silithar, right? Because it's going to be an egg no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Oh, holy immolate. No, I think it's Chaos Elemental. But yeah, if he'd played that out of reach of the general, you would have gotten this free trade. The 2 damage might have been mitigated by either the young Silithar or your general. Healing Mystic up there. It wasn't a mana tile to contest. All it did was die.
Yeah.
And what do you think about playing Chaos Elemental, like, out of range of the young Silithar? It doesn't matter, though, because as soon as one attack happens, it's like they can't really trade into it because it's gone. Potentially.
I mean, he just wants that face damage, I think.
Okay.
Maybe the thinking also is that there's a greater range of places that the general could go to finish it off, whereas it has to go to some pretty specific spots for the Silithar to get at it. Just like that.
Easy game, boys.
Easiest chaos clear of his life.
He could have moved his egg, like, positioned his egg there. I know the general still can get it, but he didn't even consider it.
No, well, that's not
if you
true.
would have angled it from the general and then played the Emerald Rejuvenator where the Chaos Elemental was, you are correct.
Yeah, he could have protected
the
it. Oh, well.
It would have been martyrdom anyways for some reason. 25 HP, so I guess martyrdom and the Emerald Rejuvenator here is pretty good value.
It is pretty good value, but I don't.
Yeah, if he greed plays this, oh, that's so.
I don't know. I would probably use the martyrdom and the chaos elemental because, like, you're not giving him the life, and you have another martyrdom. I don't know. Maybe this is a little because you're gonna take 8 here essentially to clear this.
Yeah, that general is gonna be now at least 2 turns away from him, no matter what. Like, without a provoke in hand, the placement of that second sun, while it is safe from Eggmorph and Metamorphosis, it's not exactly doing much for the game. Because your opponent's going to be on Mecantor next turn. If you use it to clear off Rejuvenator, Mecantor value increases. So second sun, I like the Martyrdom and the Chaos Elemental play better, because you can play it more aggressively.
Is he just worried about saving Martyrdoms for the big drops later, like Archon Spellbinder? Because that's probably one of his only ways of dealing with the Archon Spellbinder.
Oh, for sure. I guess
If
that's
he
probably
knows,
definitely his
yeah.
mind. It's probably... I'm assuming that since other players have played against Whoshim today, besides Zoochz, they probably communicated.
Maybe
with
they
the rest
told
of
their
the team.
teammates what's coming.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
You can
the
blame it
interesting
on me
thi-
grabbing you.
Interesting thing about Second Son is that it's always going to be able to. It's always taking 4 from Mecantor Warbeast, right? Because, and I guess the important thing is, and the Warbeast will survive because you can just attack the general. So, unlike a lot of minions where you can sort of space out your minions to make sure that Frenzy doesn't hit more than one thing.
Yeah.
The second Sun, that's not going to happen.
That'd be with a lot of potential Zeal targets from Liner. Like, they always seem to have to play into AoE with the way their kind of faction works.
And the only way that he could have staggered these minions before was if he would have moved up and to the right, and then used his second Sun to clear that emerald off. If that's what he wanted to do. Because now, no matter where he places a minion, his opponent has a Macantor target.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the board, he can reach it.
Well, I think the problem was that the space right above...
Actually, that's pretty good. That actually looks pretty good, but...
Well, it's going to kill 2 of his minions and deal him 4, though. I think the problem was that to get to the Emerald Rejuvenator from where the second Sun was, it had to move up to right there. I don't know. Yeah.
We do see Zir in the hand of Colos. We didn't see it in the previous games, I don't believe, but we're seeing it here now. And this would be the first Macantor we would see from Whoshim. Mind you, we always assume Magmar has it, but in the 2 previous games, I don't think we saw a Macantor come out.
Yeah, he definitely was limited those other games.
Zir was so annoying in the King of the Beta.
There's how many of them? Like at least 2, right?
He
just kept coming out.
Yeah, it seemed like they kept coming.
You've had your Onyx Bear Seals usually on point, though.
Well, this still took the day, unfortunately. All right, so it's looking pretty good for Whoshim right now, honestly.
Yeah.
It could be, obviously anything can change in an instant, but just like that. That's pretty
Well, no,
powerful.
That's not going to get full value unless he's on 7. Yeah, he's on 7, so I mean he can also win, I guess, to do it.
What was the last spell played, by the way?
It's gone, but it is Martyrdom on a Rejuvenator? No, that didn't even happen.
Nope, I don't think
a
spell has been played this game.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
That's weird.
I don't think he didn't use Flash Reincarnate at all.
No, he hasn't, no.
Has he used Egg Morph?
Nope. Nothing.
That's crazy.
These guys are duking it out.
turn 5 without a spell being played.
Yeah. So he does have the Metamorphosis here, but he can hold off for a bit and see if Colos maybe plays into it wrong, leaves himself like really low HP, and then like a Metamorphosis and kill the general. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, honestly, well, next turn, if he holds on to Metamorphosis and the Spirit Harvester and Flash, like, it's pretty free. Like, that's 8 mana, clear the whole board.
Yeah.
The only outlier being a Archon Spellbinder.
A weird rules thing to consider is if you dampening pulse
Wave.
the Zir,
Yeah.
whatever it's called, where it can't counterattack and becomes the general.
Yeah.
Does it keep the can't counterattack text?
That'd be so weird.
Man, it's very likely knowing this game.
Yeah. You just constantly attack the general.
Divine Bond and Aegis Barrier. Which Ephemeral Shout actually dispels, for anyone curious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a Divine Bond Zir for myself, and
so flashing out an Archon.
No, the Spirit Harvester with the Metamorphosis for sure.
Metamorphosis.
Clear the whole board.
That's a pretty good play.
It is a good play. However, I think playing it so aggressively like that, it's good, but it's also like.
I mean, he's at 11 HP.
But a Holy Immolation clears it at this point.
Yeah.
Holy Immolation clears it. Your opponent's got 9 mana. Like I think what happens here for Colos is he martyrdoms it and then plays a Zir again, or he could just also in get the Metamorphosis and Holy Immolate if you wanted to.
Oof, that would be brutal.
Which I think would probably be worth considering at this point. Yeah.
I wonder if he's also worried, like, I think, like, Archon plus Vindicator plus General, like, that's pretty low if he doesn't find a way to, avoid not dying.
Well, Vindicator plus Archon wouldn't be lethal, even with a general attack, so...
Yeah, it'd be putting him pretty low, though. To 1 in, right? I think that's 1.
Yeah,
Yep, it'd be 1 HP.
Yeah.
That's the perfect HP to play your General Zir on, though.
So play General Zir and allow him to do that.
Or you set yourself up.
Oh, he can seconds Unholy. He doesn't want the Metamorphosis. He values getting the Holy Immolation back with his Alsuin.
And he stays there.
So,
Interesting.
I think it's important to note that if he had moved 2 tiles up, the General plus like a Mecanter. Oh, never mind. He just played on the other side. Never mind. I was just seeing something funny.
Oh, that doesn't feel good when you know there's probably more Zirs coming. When there's 1 Zir, there's 2 Zirs.
Yeah, he didn't really have too much of an option there, though.
Mm-hmm. Take a big beating.
Ugh. Did he? I thought he flashed out that Young Syl there. For some reason, the animations looked wonky.
And there's the Vindicator, so...
Ooh, he's going to get to play this Windblade Adept, Holy Immolation, and then play Alsuin as well. That's going to be pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm. We may just see Zir come down as well.
You want that Holy Immolation, though? Do you want to...
I think you clear the board and get 2 dudes on the board and get a Holy Immolation back. Like, you're not really in danger of dying right here. I guess we'll see. Man, wrong again.
Zir!
Yeah, I think that just knowing the playstyle here from Colos, I think he just says, all right, doesn't have a third one, you know. So
the other thing, I mean, Holy Immolation to get 2 targets and just a Young Silithar, it's like it's not as good a value you can probably get from it later on. I know you're getting it back with an Alsuin now.
Yeah, it seems weird to me to make that play because you're not. I don't think you're in any imminent danger of dying, and if you are, I don't know. They could.
I mean, he is running Saberspine Tigers, and he's running Fractal Replication.
That's true.
That's
that 9 damage.
He knows that. Like he knows that off the bat. If Jay has told him.
Yeah, but he could have gotten it. So I mean, he clears the Young Silithar, right? Mm-hmm. And he can move far enough away where the general can't hit him. So you go to 2. I mean, all I'm saying is like, it just seems a little preemptive, I guess, from my opinion. Ooh, but he does have Archon Vindicator now, so that would be...
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Isn't that lethal?
I mean, kind of. He has a Zir out. He has a Zir out.
That's the thing. I was like, he's dead. But no, yes, I guess Zir is still a thing. Like, he's dead.
Yeah, I think you definitely try and kill him here before the Zir has a chance to either get Divine Bonded, and then he gets the trait of his life, or... maybe not.
That's weird to me, I think.
Well, he could have killed him.
He could have killed him, but he also could maybe think that I have a removal spell or something to deal with Zir, and I'd rather leave him at low HP. Is that a thinking? Is that a way of winning?
I don't think that's a way of winning. I think the way to win there was to get him into Zir before Zir gets crazy buffed. Because like he ran away because Zir could get buffed, but if you would have just killed him, Zir could never get buffed, and he would have only had Windblade Adept. He would have only had 9 damage on board. So, and at 18 health, I think it was. I think it was pretty safe to just put him into Zir mode. That way he, like, now, if you look at this play here, Colos is going to get so much HP on the next turn.
Yeah, he can get 10.
14 with the Alsuin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can get
and the
14.
Rejuvenator.
I wasn't
9
counting
mana
the Rejuvenator.
Alright, so who's him? He still has this Silhouette Tracer, and he doesn't... I haven't seen a Twin Fang. This is the 3rd match, and I haven't seen a Twin Fang. So this is just like a I want to get out of this sticky situation card. Have we seen many people play it that way?
I don't think you play it that way. I mean, like you do in combo lists or lists that require you to, have a lot of setup. But in a list that's just plain old control, and we haven't seen any elders, we've only seen Archon as his big game minion. I think the Silhouette Tracer's kind of like dead here.
The funny thing, we haven't seen any Alsuins, but we have seen Fractals, but we haven't seen the amplification. So I mean, like, I don't think he's playing combo.
Oh, I think I would have flashed out the Spirit Harvester and then played the Archon. Oh no, this clears the quote unquote general, so this is nice.
Yeah, because the flashing out the Mecanter is good because Spirit Harvester kills it anyways.
Yeah.
And he did. Oh, I was gonna say he didn't take 2 damage from Spirit Harvester. Imagine.
Well, he wouldn't have.
The general died.
Yeah, the general died.
Yeah, and then he became general instantly.
So I think I would have just placed it right next to him. I don't know.
Oof.
Going getting in the face, man, and he knows Vindicator Archon is a thing.
Yeah.
Gets his martyrdom back.
Oof.
Well, how many Archons have we seen from who's in 1?
I believe at least one.
Just one. But we've seen 2 get played against you. We just don't know if he has the 3 or not. But we think he has the 3, right?
I think he's Silhouette Tracers here. I don't know.
Both players are at max HP, 9 mana cores. This might just go to fatigue. I mean, 16 cards left to draw, 2 cards a turn. It's not crazy.
I don't know. And max HP is 12, and you're playing a 7/9 creature.
Yeah, it's quick.
I would definitely replace something in his hand, right? Because I don't know if I...
The Egmorph's got to stay for the next Zir? Or is this the second Zir? This
is the second one.
Okay.
Unless he's paying 3, which I don't imagine that.
Yeah, that's so too greedy.
A blind, just going in with multiple Zirs blind, like 3 Zirs is a little too much.
His own Archon. I think he'll be greedy and play it, and then it'll just get egg-morphed. Oh, he's got a Saberspine Tiger, too. Dampening Wave.
I wish he had played the Dampening Wave on the Zir when it was a minion. God, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, because it's 0 mana spell. If we did that Mecanter play, that would be that'd be kind of cool to see him keep it somehow in a glitch.
Well, it wouldn't be. I mean, it only restricts what you can target, right? So if you target it, presumably you'll get to keep it, even if it becomes a general. I don't know. I want to see that be the case.
It is until the end of turn, isn't it?
Yes, it is till end of turn, I believe.
So I think it should not last.
No, damping.
It might be
damping wave is permanent.
It can no longer counterattack. It's straight up permanent.
Oh, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's permanent.
Oh, then yep, it should apply. Which should be pretty serious on a Zir.
That'd be frustrating. Alright, so back to the liner player Colos.
Oh, the Holy Immolation.
Are we really just Holy Immolation here just to get 4 damage and kill a Mystic?
Well, you get to attack with your Rejuvenator.
You are the Mystic. You're killing a Emerald Rejuvenator.
Oh, the Emerald. Never mind. The Emerald Rejuvenator is the Magnus.
And you can attack him with your general and go to full life with the Mystic and play the Windblade Adept. Might as well.
Goodness.
At this point, if he had 12 damage out of hand, you were gonna get 12 damage out of hand anyways. So
Plasma Storm. Wow, this is.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the Windblade Adept still is alive, but it's a cool option here.
Yeah,
so
Plasma Storm.
Something to note, by the way, I haven't seen a single Silverguard Knight or Ironcliff Guardian from Colos.
It definitely seems like he's not playing any Provoke or 3 attack minion.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I mean, Plasma Storm is even a thing potentially now. If Abyssian Swarm gets more popular, we can see more Plasma Storms. He could run away here.
He replaced Archon.
Does he just Saber Spine into the Wingblade here? Saber Spine Tiger?
I think at this point, you probably do.
He's not even... Well, I guess he can't really run away from this Zir.
Colos is actually very close to killing him.
All right.
I think. Yeah, the Blood Tier Holy Immolation Tempest was lethal.
He replaced the Blood Tier, though.
Two up.
But he could have
I don't think
replaced Martyrdom.
Yeah, he replaced. If he'd gotten a Holy Immolation, it would have been 6, 10. He would have been 2 off.
But this is just as well, because it doesn't look like Whoshim. He's already replaced, and it doesn't look like he has an answer for this. So I think that is game with Second Son and Zir.
No, he could move 2 spaces up.
Yeah.
And moves. Well, he can just put the War Beast right below. I mean, he doesn't know this, but if he puts War Beast right above the Zir and then Rustcrawler right above that, then he can protect himself and do a fair amount of damage to the general and the Second Son. But, yeah.
So you're saying you want Rejuvenator here and Rustcrawler up here.
Well, I was saying War Beast, but since he, yeah. So
can just
since
run in.
Yeah. Since he got a Spirit Harvester, though, that's essentially doing the same thing as Mecantor here, which is clearing the Blood Tier Alchemist. So I would just play that and the Rejuvenator. Oh, okay. This was my initial thought, but the only thing that this does is deal damage to the general, and you can always save that for later, whereas the other play lets you net 4 life. And now we all know that he's dead because of the Tempest in Colos' hand.
Tempest brings him down to 11, and then 13 attack from the Second Son and Grandmaster Zir.
Oof. Long game. Pretty difficult match for Whoshim to close it out. Not really running much of a win condition outside of those Archon Spellbinders.
Yeah, he's got some cards in the deck that are curious to me, but we'll see. These emotes, look at them.
That heart.
All right,
you guys talk about that match. I'm going to go load up our next match. Memestorm up 3-1 in the first ever Team Wars. So
yeah, so it's going to be difficult for Clowns to pull out a Magmar win now, I think. They've already lost 2 of the preferable matchups. I think Abyssian and Lionar for Magmar would have been preferable.
And so there's Vanar, there's Magmar, and then there's Vitruvian left for Memestorm. So which one of those would you play if you were just going up blind against the whole field?
The whole field? At this point, you probably go... I think you're halfway there, right? To my knowledge, that would be the best time to play your guesstimated weakest deck, which is probably the Vitruvian from most perspectives. So playing your weakest deck in the midpoint of the setup is probably a good gamble, because you may just you may draw something out of their decks. You may see something that they're playing that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. And
you may just get an easy win on the Magmar or something like that. You never know, because the Magmar player is probably a little fatigued now at this point. Whoshim losing 3 games? Yeah, 3 sets. All 3 of the wins from Memestorm was against the Magmar deck. Okay. So I think they need to throw the Magmar deck away for now and put someone else up. Get some motivation back into the team, because you gotta come back from those losses there.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna have nowayitsj versus Whoshim again. Yes, but if you don't have 6 players, somebody has to play a faction twice. Or a different faction, right? So nowayitsj already won with Abyssian today, but he is returning here to pilot Vanar against Whoshim, who is still playing Magmar.
Damn, I really don't agree with playing the Magmar again. I feel like it's like you're just throwing away some of your strategy.
Well, at this point, he could be at least scouting the other decks that are being played, but
we'll figure it out, boys. But eventually, you're down 5 games or 6 games.
Yeah, they're down 4. They'll be down 3 games right now already. If they lose this one, they're down 4, and at that point, they have so much to come back from. And
Yeah.
like the Magmar deck, they could have found like the Vitruvian deck to be a weak matchup if they had scouted it, with a different list. So
Yeah.
they could have then determined where to place the Magmar. And right now it's just because eventually your opponent will only have one deck to play.
Yep.
And
It seems like a really good start from, or start for nowayitsj. I don't know if I agree with putting it on the mana tile there. So
yeah, since he has Zenrui, right?
yeah, so if he puts it to the top or the bottom, there's no way that the Magmar player is going to be able to take that one and block the other one. So you get to play a 5-drop next turn.
Yeah, only Lionar really has that capability of limiting your play with like Silverguard, etc. Because of the provoke mechanic.
Does Abyssian Swarm count too?
No, that card does not count. Okay.
Young Sildar places it within the general's range, so it's gonna die, for sure.
Or he can't. Oh no, he can't send Rui like you were saying right now. Because that's like as good as Lantern Fox getting stolen, correct? Young Sildar. It just seems like he's so sticky.
This is a weird play to me because like he can just come up and kill that. I don't know why you wouldn't have at least played it on a mana tile and then played the Rust Crawler, because you're not going to get. You're limiting the card draw that you get, because from here on out you're not going to be able to play 2 cards a turn. You're going to want to play your big spells. So keeping that Rust Crawler in your hand is actually a huge liability to me.
And he ends up blocking off the mana tile here.
It'd be a best 11, David Thomas Cardenas. That's a name, man.
We're in our 5th match here of a potential 11 matches, which will end up in a vet versus vet mirror in the finals.
Macro the Pimp commented that
for not the right reason.
He commented about how 68 players is less than he expected. I think that this isn't the marquee tournament, or he expected less. So, Macro, this is actually the smaller of the 2 tournaments. This weekend. I don't know how many people you had watching yesterday, but I think it was in the hundreds, right?
Yeah.
Or am I? Yeah.
Yeah, King of the Beta and Bloodborne usually get almost 200 viewers like regularly, and sometimes like we've pushed almost 300 for the
Bloodborne
Monolith final. So we do get a fair amount of tournament spectators because everyone is so interested in the scene right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this one wasn't very publicized.
Oof.
Zenrui is stealing 8 stats.
Jeez.
It's a pretty good Zenrui.
And pumping the Iraqi Headhunter too.
Yeah,
that's brutal.
Gambit.
Oh my gosh.
Whoshim is going to have nightmares about this Team Wars. Just getting bullied by Memestorm right now.
I think he's really just gambling on being able to play 3 mechanic. Oh no, never mind.
Right,
I think you have to Saber Spine and Mystic here and kill off that Iraqi before it does more work.
Big, yeah.
Because it's gonna be swinging next turn.
I would have come forward and hit the general, because then you're getting 2 free damage in basically, and you're not protecting yourself from anything.
Yep, because the only thing you're protecting from is 1 damage off Jaxi, right?
Yeah.
I guess he just really wants to not take damage from Fenrir.
So he drew a Metamorphosis, which is a good start to maybe a cobbling together a way to deal with a huge board if he ends up getting Spirit Harvester and Flash over the next couple turns.
Yeah.
Which it's not unreasonable to assume that he can find those. All right. Ooh, this Razorback is going to be pretty good if he's going to use it to clear the... Oh, he's not. Oh, well. I was going to say you can...
He'd rather pump up the
I think
range
he's going to Razorback that one, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
If it was far away,
swing,
it'd be really hard to deal with.
Oof. He's going to play a Headhunter and a Razorback, I presume, or something to block off. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, I'm just preemptively hoping he plays Razorback because I love that card.
Well, I mean, once you get like 5 minions on the board, it seems like just Razorback is like always the best play. Like, just
it's okay, but reading this right now, Like those two minions, while they seem close, it's Magmar, right? Like Spirit Harvester could come down, and then if they're still out of play, you could easily deal with them. But oh wow,
This is Tracer number 2.
He's gone.
maybe this is what it was meant for: dealing with this Vanar oppression.
Well, maybe it was just sort of a thought of, I'm going to jump around the board until I can clear stuff with Metamorphosis,
Yeah.
Spirit Harvester, and
Yeah, it's buying him turns. It's kind of like a Time Walk or a Time Maelstrom, right? He's just getting away from potential damage for these next few turns.
ooh, he just drew Plasma Storm, which is looks like it could completely wipe nowayitsj's board.
Yeah, that Plasma Storm is going to be pretty brutal here.
Unless he plays Razor.
Razorback. Oh no.
Oh, that value.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wow. Racerback, the counter to Plasma Storm.
Ironically, it was just Jay was not playing around it, but I think he did it mainly because he wants to clear off the Silhouette Tracer in the easiest way possible.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't play one of the other creatures in his hand. Maybe he's hoping that, or he's not planning on playing them at all because he missed out on some pumps on.
Ugh, that Chromatic Cold.
Yeah, he could have cleared that a lot easier with like the Fenrir and the.
Well, any opening Gambit would have made the Iraqi one more attack and would have cleared it. So if he just played the Mystic, he could have healed something and it cleared it with the Iraqi being one more attack, right? So I think it could have been cleaner for sure.
Now he just metas buffs. That's a good call, scientist. I think he has to Metamorphosis. Oh, he got the Spirit Harvester. Oh, he War Beast to run away. All right, that's still okay.
I mean, he has just a bunch of War Beasts in his hand still, right?
Yeah, so that's okay. I guess. I mean, yeah, that's completely okay too. It allows his opponent not to close the gap on him and possibly like time to the wall, right? Which is what Jay's strategy here is.
He has Spirit Harvester, so now all he needs is a flash, and he gets to wipe the whole board.
I mean, he's not even going to get attacked for 2 turns. He doesn't even need the meta. He can just run away potentially and just wait for 2 ticks of it. Or it's probably going to get hailstoned or cold though.
Jay was pretty close to lethal there. He had 3 attack and he had 2 Saber Spines. He had 9 damage, 15 health. With another Razorback, he could have played it. He could have played the Saber Spines and then walked on the Mana Tile, played Razorback.
Yeah.
He would have had lethal.
Well, even if...
Oh no, he only had 8 mana. Never.
Even if Whoshim clears right now, I think that Jay's got it next turn because he can play all the cards in his hand, and that's 10 damage.
Yeah.
Well, okay, 10 damage is not 11 damage, though.
He just moves his general down so he gets the 10 cores. Then he could double Saber Spine and prime his fist. And
man, this is looking pretty grim.
Well, I mean, he can still play... Jeez.
Stereotypical, like this is what people hated about Hearthstone, right?
Like classy. This is what happens when you win King of the Beta, man. You just go straight to your head.
No.
Or no, Monolith. Road to the Monolith.
He has to walk one tile back. Oh.
He could have cleared all of those creatures right above the Vanar general and dealt damage to the opposing general as well. That seems like a with a War Beast, right? So and the War Beast would have survived.
The problem here is that he didn't want to take the damage from the corner, the mini jacks.
The 4 damage mini jacks down here.
4 damage mini jacks.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a 1-1.
I think
this is lethal.
Because Primus Fist buffs up those.
Plus the Saber Spines that can come in right after these guys die.
Yeah. Math. All right, so you can just play the 2 Saber Spines within reach of the Primus as well. No.
Yeah, he can do that if he plays the other one right here and then Primus right here. So play the other Saber Spine Tagger here, Primus here.
He could have just done it against the wall too.
Yeah, and that's 3 plus 8.
Yeah, that's 2. It's lethal right there.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Little magmas doing damage. It's always so not humiliating, but like demoralizing when you cast Metamorphosis and they're just smashing in. They're like, I don't even care.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like Vanner's probably like the one that can do the most damage if you do Metamorphosis with just, the Razorbacks.
Mm-hmm. So, once again, Clowns is lost with the Magmar, and they are down another possible favorable matchup for the Magmar. And it keeps coming back to this Magmar for them. They keep putting it up, and Memestorm has just farmed it for 4 wins in a row. Memestorm lost with their Linar list. That was it.
Yeah, and then Colos just repeated right back to win. So I mean, he's staying clear. So let's see what we have up next.
If Magmar comes up again here, I think Clowns is just resigning to the series. Okay. They have to play something else. They have to. There's no way that they play it again. The whole team knows this inside out.
I would play Lionar if I were Holy Clowns right here because one of the 2 decks is good. Oh, never mind.
Vitruvian or Magmar is what means.
Okay, then I take my comment back.
I think he goes Songhai or something.
Yeah.
Because Songhai destroys Vitruvian and it destroys Magmar pretty easily.
It doesn't destroy Vitruvian so much, but it's favorable these days.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got?
So Grinch thinks it's Songhai.
I don't really know. I mean, they really want to see this.
Do I not?
This Magmar accomplish something.
The one guy I don't have.
Ooh, it's not Magmar then. Exciting. All right, so
it's not that we're making fun of them. Simply, it's that from a strategy point for the team, they've really just kind of neglected the whole strategy and just really want this Magmar win.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, score 4-1 Memestorm. We got Vitruvian and Magmar left to win for Memestorm. So one of the two is coming up, and we have Envybear picking up Vitruvian, facing off Wag as Songhai.
Wag's playing Songhai. Okay.
Wag's playing Songhai. Ooh, that's a Vitruvian with obelisks.
Oh, I hope I don't know what he's playing, but I hope it's my deck from the Monolith. I like that deck a lot.
The vet deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that list because I've been messing with a lot of Vitruvian lately. I don't know if anyone's been creeping on me, but I've not been having a good time.
I feel you're polarized with it. You're like, this is the best deck ever, and the next minute you're like, this is a terrible faction.
Well, yeah, I was playing one-turn kill vet a lot, and I'd have like these just massive games where I'd beat.
Oh, Franker Z. I gotta correct the names. And you guys are go there.
Perfect.
I will be back in 2 seconds, gentlemen.
All right. So if you were Envy, which of these 2 minions would you keep? Ooh, he puts that right in the middle.
All right, I'm back. Whatever you just clicked, Garu, when I was talking, you clicked a button and then it closed my Skype like it did earlier.
Mm.
I don't know. Anyways.
All right, so let's see. Songhai has... Ooh, he's got Killing Edge, which means that the Healing Mystic can just take out the Obelisk. That's pretty insane. And he can even Mana Vortex Saber Spine if he really wants to clear the 2/3, which would protect his Healing Mystic more. So Wagnozac has the ability here to potentially just run away with this game. See if it happens. Yeah, it looks like he's going for this Killing Edge Saber Spine play.
He's just trying to see if he can fit in that greedy mask as well, but.
Well, I mean, he could have played Mask first and just done the Killing Edge, but this way with the Saber Spine on his general, he can clear the 2/3, and that sort of protects his gigantic 6/5 a little bit better.
Oh my gosh. That has to feel so crap for Envy right now.
Yeah, and if his thing had survived, if his obelisk had survived, he would be able to Dunecaster and Third Wish the token, the Dervish, which would have been just incredible. Like, that's very hard for Songhai to deal with. And look at look at Wagnozac's hand. It's just a fountain of damage.
This is reminiscent of back in December we played the tournament of the Grandmasters for Bloodborne, and I remember playing against Wag. He did something very similar to me. He killed me like turn 4 in 2 games back to back. It was also a Conquest tournament.
This is literally like 10 damage right here, 11 damage on just one single attack. No, even more.
Because, yeah, double Blood Rage Mask plus, that's 9 damage from the Mystic alone.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
So in total, that was 13 damage.
Oh my gosh.
And he still has a 6/3 to deal with.
You got Siphon Energy though, boys. Don't worry.
Well, if he siphons energy, it's much more manageable. You can just clear it with the Healing Mystic, right? Or
it'd be a 2/1.
We can actually play Bone Swarm and Star's Fury there.
Oh, that can't feel good.
That's true. That's true.
I think I would have gotten rid of that Third Wish though.
Well, he can kill all of the artifacts on Wagnozac, so that's great.
It was definitely a very good play, and Wag was sort of put into top deck mode for the most part.
That's a 3rd Blood Rage Mask in Wagnozac's hand, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's almost like you're favoring Blood Rage Mask over Mask of Shadow as the better mask.
I mean,
is that far stretched to think now?
I think that's pretty far stretched. I'd say Blood Rage Mask is good, but only in very specific scenarios, like for example that play or clearing other artifacts. I think like Mask of Shadows is more valuable.
So I don't know what I would do here, but almost certainly
I'll play that in front because if he plays that in front, then the 2/4 cannot get a Phoenix Fire.
Yeah.
It's ironic, but we have to play to live now. You can't play this greed play.
Protect it. Yeah, he's protecting it, but yeah, now he's got a Phoenix Fire instead of attacking an Obelisk that doesn't deal damage.
Yep. So he basically would have forced his opponent to have a card in hand and not get one, right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's Phoenix.
Put him to 1.
He could have put him to 1, and if he replaced like the Healing Mystic or something and got a 1 mana
Saber Spine was lethal.
Yeah.
Saber Spine Seal, right?
Maybe it might not have been enough mana. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see. What did he?
Yeah,
he would have had
Blood
1
Rage
mana.
Mask.
Yeah, any 1 mana spell, or even a Vortex would have done it. Or a Killing Edge would have done it too.
Oh, Wag with the kissy face now.
Oh, geez, brutal.
Wait, yeah, this is over. Yeah. There's nothing he can do there.
As Envy would say, honorable Subaru.
No, there was no Subaru there. He just conceded.
All right.
Okay.
So that's another one for Holy Clans of the Round Table, picking up their first Songhai win.
Is my webcam frozen?
It's not frozen. Yours is. Zoochz is moving.
Hello. Nope, no, I'm frozen.
No,
Okay,
he reloaded his.
There we go.
As soon as I minimize it, like sometimes Skype's cool and allows you to like minimize and it'll still capture webcam, and then sometimes it's like, nah, I want you to keep me up, dog.
You keep it as a window open. You have to keep it as a window behind your other stuff. As long as like you can't minimize it.
Okay, you can't minimize it, but you can have something over top of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
That's why it takes more CPU.
All the CPU. All right.
All right. If I were Holy Clowns, I would probably play Abyss here. Because, I don't know.
They know the Vitruvian's own obelisk, right?
Yeah. Try to get that win. You have a 50% chance of going up against it, so.
And then, like, Abyss is still not bad against Magmar anyways.
Well, if they run Spirit Harvesters in their deck, then it can be sort of a beating, but it depends.
I think Spirit Harvester isn't that big of a deal if you're running the ramp list. Like, with, like, what am I trying to say? The Reaper of the Nine Moons, for example, is the list that stands out in my mind, where you run, like, 2 or 3 of those, and you run Revenants and Vorpals. So you have all this late game options. And Magmar, while they do well with dealing with big creatures, they also play to lose at that point if they have to answer them ramped out, right? Because, like, you ramp out something, and they have to play Egmorph just so it doesn't do anything, and you play it safely. You can reliably outdraw bigger threats against them with this new Abyssian style deck versus a Swarm deck, I think.
Oh. All right. So, what are the other options that we can go with? There's your own vet. You might want to just try to, like, do you try to wait until they only have vet left, and then you save all your, like, anti-vet decks for that one matchup where you know you're going up against it? Or I don't know. It's an interesting. I haven't commentated on one of these before. I just sort of like. I would just go down the list personally. No strategy or anything. I would do it alphabetically.
They'll figure it out, though. All right, so our 7th match is going to be Envybear back on the Vitruvian versus Bloodjunkie, and he is playing Abyss.
Yikes.
Guys, this might have to be my last match. I might have to run and do some work after this.
Okay.
All right.
All right, this is a pretty awesome hand for Envy. Oh, he's throwing away. I guess it's not as great to keep Scion's Third Wish without, like, a Sandhowler or a Dunecaster.
Oh, never lucky. Never lucky,
The
guys.
Zoochz has spoken.
Cursed him, man. Cursed him.
You need to update the score.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, there's
Production.
so many. Wait.
So is there a spot you can't put the Sandhowler in a spot that's not going to get sniped by a Night Sorrow Assassin?
Just put it down and to the right or up to the right.
Well, you can try to do that. If they have a 2-drop, then you're still sort of SOL. But yeah, that's the one place you can put it and hope that they don't also have a 2-drop. And that's sort of presuming that they've... Ooh, I don't like that placement, because if they have it...
There was no... Like, if you put it down and to the right against the wall.
Well, he could have put it down right of his general right now, and then they would have had to have a 2-drop to get the whatchamacallit, mana tile.
All right, so
And then they could better.
No Night Sorrow at all here for Bloodjunkie, so it's looking okay for Envy.
That'd be unreal, too. Yeah. Night Sorrow on this mana tile right now.
Yeah, that'd be pretty brutal. And if you're Envy, do you Dunecaster this Sandhowler just to, like, make it huge and get it out of Night Sorrow, or do you play Primus Fist to get it out of Night Sorrow? I don't know.
Definitely Primus Fist.
At this point, he kind of has to contest the board more, and I honestly feel like the Ethereal Obelisk is a lose. Ooh, that's a really good draw.
Brutal.
I was thinking even a Third Wish there. He kind of lined himself up that he could kill 2 Mystics, but I mean
this is brutal.
Ooh, Night Sorrow, shoot. So, ironically here, if he doesn't Dunecaster the Sandhowler, it's gonna get Night Sorrow 100%.
And that's probably the best target for Night Sorrow to hit in Envy's list, right? I mean, there's
you
nothing
could
better.
clear any Obelisk.
Any Obelisk?
Thinking about it a little bit more, do you want to Bone Shards right here? Because you're going to have to trade in you don't know where the Jaxie's going to go, so it could go anywhere. And then, even presuming it goes behind you, like, you're going to want, it's sort of a waste of a bone shard because then you can't clear the healing mystic. So like he's still going to have to trade in or attack the healing mystic with his sand howler, and so it's sort of like a moot point with that attack. I don't know. I almost feel like I would have just rather him play an obelisk. Anyway.
No, I agree with clearing board there. I agree. He's not playing too hard into grasp now. Like Orb Weaver is always going to play into grasp. That's just a fact. So at least it's not killing damage in general.
Does Night Sorrow even come down here with the mini jacks being able to shoot the Sand Howler and like take out one? Do you just is like it worth to Night Sorrow just this one last Orb Weaver?
No, I don't think so. I think you replace Dream Gazer.
See what happens.
See what happens.
I would, man. This is going to be pretty good for Bloodjunkie here. He's going to get to snipe the Sand Howler, then kill an Orb Weaver, and potentially kill the other Orb Weaver just to protect from, Scion's Third Wish or something. So he can clear board. He can even protect the mana tile if he really wants to.
Yeah, his general hasn't moved yet, but.
Well, he can put the healing mystic above the Vitruvian general
right here,
and then come down, attack the. I guess he can't block it.
Yeah, that doesn't block the mana tile, but
yeah.
Well, he could. He has a Night Sorrow Assassin, which I thought could do it, but it's not going to work that way.
Yeah, Night Sorrow Assassin being crossbones, that'd be pretty brutal. Just sniping whatever has 3 attacks.
Oh, he just Night Sorrows. All right.
I mean, his only other play was Healing Mystic. I mean, that's still a pretty good play.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I think Obelisks. You think you're just going to want to hold on to deal with Obelisks. You know that potentially he has them if you talked with nowayitsj, right?
So, I think right there, I think I would have been very greedy. I think you could have been very greedy and played both Obelisks. There's no reason not to. You can play them out of reach of the Night Sorrow. And you could play them kind of close to the thing over there. So, the mini jacks. I still would have played it out of a general attack range. As long as,
I would admit you don't need the mana this turn, right? Or am I wrong? Did he need the mana that turn?
No, he had 5 mana.
So yeah, I would have actually played the dervishes over towards the jacks.
Yep.
And then don't give the general an option to attack anything.
Oh my gosh, he has the. He's gonna sack the mini jacks. It looks like, and play Revenant just to clear that off.
Oh, and just attacking a 0-attack creature and dealing 4 damage.
And now Envy's playing from behind for like the rest of the match.
And it
no Introvert Decays, I'm assuming.
No, this is gonna be pretty brutal. Oof, and it deals him 4 too. Jeez.
Yeah. No damage on the spectral, just deal 4.
And now he almost he has to replace like Healing Mystic here. Oh man, just to siphon energy. That
you're getting so sick to your stomach watching this.
This makes me churn just a little bit. He has to siphon energy, use the Dunecaster, punch it with his own face. And then play Emerald Rejuvenator, and hope he doesn't die. Now, his positioning here was also pretty poor. He could have gone up and to the left to keep himself out of Night Sorrow range, and played the Emerald Rejuvenator out of Night Sorrow range. So the Night Sorrow was still not affecting the board.
Well, he's going to 14, which isn't that low. Where he's not in any immediate danger of dying here. It doesn't seem.
Yeah. Bloodjunkie doesn't have too crazy follow-up plays.
But not having that siphon energy anymore, like he has the Elsewin for it, right? But not having any more siphon energies in hand is very scary against Abyssine when they can just drop board player.
Reaver.
Yeah, or even Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper's scary. Everything's so scary right now for Vitruvian. Like that's 3 spooky 5 me, man. Everything's stop playing minions.
So does he just Spectral Blade here and hit the Rejuvenator?
Yeah, almost
and the
certainly.
Rejuvenator
I think
himself.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna get value out of all the healing, so it's pretty good.
Wow,
Ooh.
he's
Night
really
Sorrows.
using these Night Sorrows aggressively.
I
He
guess
says,
just
I don't want any dervish.
Okay, so
Yeah.
your third wishes are just completely dead all the time.
well, I think it's probably a pretty good plan. Like, Sign's third wish is just, I think, arguably the best spell. Ah, and he was rewarded for this, by the way.
Yeah, the draw at
Like,
the end of the turn.
super rewarded. Like, if he hadn't killed the dervish, then
Yeah.
I would have replaced Time Maelstrom there. Oh,
ooh.
that combo though.
Yeah, and it's gonna get to stick around too with Doomcaster.
Mm-hmm.
If Envy makes it to turn 9, he might run away with the game.
Ritual banishing in Bloodjunkie's hand though. Sounds. Oof.
He's definitely going
Breath
to
of
get
the
blasted
Unborn.
for one turn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but here's the thing: he's got another Spectral Blade in hand, so
Yeah, but the Rashas, if the Rashas
He's going to
hits
move
the big
away
target-
anyways, right?
so what?
Man,
He can use, he heals, but he can make sure that the Rasha clears all, right? Well, the Rasha is going to clears all no matter what.
So I think you attack the general with the Healing Mystic to kill one of the blades.
No, because
you got
Rasha's
rid of
attack is going to, like, rush. No, you might be right.
I think you have to use Rasha to clear the Emerald Rejuvenator.
yeah, that's the problem.
4
and so-
health.
And there's and there's a Revenant in Bloodjunkie's hand. There's no way that Envy can win this.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yep, he does that. He Rashas, uses the clear on the Emerald, walks. Can't play Primus Fist as well.
No, but I don't think you need to this
He has
turn.
to
I
go
mean,
up and to the left. He basically has to force the Rashas to hit the Emerald Rejuvenator to make sure the general can't attack him. Undesirable, but what?
He's just Primus Fisting over... Oh, that does enough. He doesn't need a third wish.
I still think I would have third wished though.
And didn't move,
Huh.
but it doesn't matter if he moves, does it? But Spectral Revenant is going to
He
close
could have
out this
used the
match.
Dunecaster and the Rashas with that to block the general attack, but Spectre Revenant, long hair, don't care.
Yeah.
Just wrecks him.
All right. I gotta go, guys. But it was good casting with you. Hopefully, Memestorm wins. But either way, have fun casting for the rest of the day.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Zeke.
Thanks for coming out,
It's a
Zeke.
pleasure
I
having
really
you.
appreciate it.
See ya.
All right, so we lose Zoochz. Which
All right.
means...
Now that he's gone, we can talk crap. No. All right, so
Give me-
Vitruvian goes down again.
Mhm.
Feels Batman. Very.
So that
Holy
is-
Clowns has found their farm target, where Memestorm pretty much has won exclusively against the Magmar list. Well,
All right,
let's
Abby
get-
win.
all I see is my eyeball. And
Yeah, I
next to
gotta
your
fix it
webcam.
because we switched it up.
Mhm.
Oh man, this is gonna be. I don't even know if I could do it with one. Is there a way I can pop this out? Like I don't. Okay, there we go. Never mind. I can figure it out. What is this? Get out of here. There we go. It's showing my screen share and I don't even care. Give me 2 seconds.
So-
I will.
They finally switched from the Magmar strategy and are coming back with a couple of wins here, kind of evening out the score, so to speak. It's a lot closer than it was.
Yeah, it seems
And-
like they used all their powerful factions, and now it's time to pay the piper man. There we go.
Yeah, they just farmed that Magmar, and all they have to do is get a win with the Vitruvian and their Magmar, and it's done. But with Clowns pulling out some of their wins here, do I think your Magmar strategy is bad? Yes. I won't hold back. There were many opportunities for you to scout your opponent's decks and not give them a deck that they've seen 4 times. So
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be totally different next week, where everybody's like writing the list down and like shipping it on Skype. But yeah, 4-3, so it's turning into quite the game. So let me see.
yeah,
here.
you could definitely get pretty technical if you were tryharding. It's a 6 versus 6 Thanatos, basically a best of 11. It's Conquest with factions. You have to win with a it's a deck lock. There's no sideboard.
I don't know if I have been updated, but we've potentially caught up to the matches that have been played. Just let me see if I can find some more news. How excited were you to play this weekend, Grinch, in this league?
I was pumped. I was looking forward to it. Not only because I was playing Vitruvian and I was just really trying to find a list.
Mm-hmm.
It got me excited to play Vitruvian again because, you know, I never really wanted to play. I haven't really played in tournaments much lately. I've been too busy casting tournaments and all that. And when I get a day off, I just want a day off, kind of. But I was really excited to test my deck building knowledge again.
Okay.
Because I haven't really put my nose to the grindstone as far as Vitruvian is concerned in several months. So I was excited.
All right. I think I know our next match.
Yes, that's exactly it, Thanatos. Once a faction wins, like for example, the highlighted the scoreboard under here where it says Memestorm and then you have the little emotes, the ones that are lit up are the ones that they can't play anymore. So you don't trade the faction. It just means that like once you win with Lionar, you can't play Lionar anymore. So if you don't win with Vitruvian, you have to keep playing Vitruvian kind of thing. But you can swap factions every single game. You just have to tell the mediator, whoever it is, who you're putting up.
Crits Matters. He's the mod that's helping us run this tournament. It's being put on by PiepusBartus and Wagnozac, which initially had the team tournament, but now they got a little bit more organized. And Crits Matter is our guy that's helping us run it here. I just need one of the players on Meme Store to add me, and then we could see his match. New player coming in.
All right. So just to bring you up to speed, Thanatos, and those of you guys that are joining us right now, the factions that have been played so far from Memestorm that have been winning have all won against the Magmar list from Clowns of the Round Table. So while Clowns of the Round Table has been coming back with, they have Vanar win, a Songhai win, and a Vissian win, they still have not won with the Magmar list, and that could be like their Achilles heel, so to speak. If they can't pull out a win with this Magmar list, it's gonna end up crushing them.
I think, yeah, both teams seem to haven't won with the Magmar and haven't won with the Vitruvian, so...
We haven't even seen Memestorm's Magmar yet, so...
Yeah.
We're curious what it is, but we have seen them lose twice now with the Vitruvian list.
Yeah,
they lost once with their lineup.
I think it's true. You're probably just going to want... Like, I can see teams next week building towards a Vitruvian mirror match and just waiting for that moment. Like, it seems like building a deck to beat the other factions at the moment is not really viable. And probably just making your vet deck meant to beat other vets might be your best option to getting a win at a Vitruvian.
I'd agree to that, Scientist. Minion-centric decks that don't have out-of-hand spell damage tend to fall short as opposed to a controlled Magmar, especially since their Magmar list is running Plasma Storm, which just hurts so much against this Obelisk list that Envy brought, which is something to be considered for next week and other teams that are playing. When you're building your Vitruvian deck, you have to consider what can happen if you don't pull out a win, you know? If you don't pull out a win early on and you're using an Obelisk strategy, they can eventually set up certain matchups. That goes for like any of your weakest factions, right? Any of your weakest decks, as far as whether it be player skill or the deck construction itself. You have to have some sort of strategy set in mind for this deck is losing. How do we get it to win? So you have to find a matchup that's going to be favorable. And as scientists said, that Obelisk deck would be a very favorable matchup for the Magmar list, I feel.
Just waiting on a player to add me.
We also have not seen any Earth Spheres in that list from Holy Clowns, which is very strange, I think.
Yeah, it's very strange that, like, potentially if he has multiple Archons and he seemed to kind of want to go to the late game with Fractals, to not have Earth Spheres to kind of help him get there. Because I don't know if he has Rejuvenators either. I think he has Mystics. We've seen Mystics, but I don't think we saw Rejuvenators out of him.
Yeah, we haven't seen very much healing as far as that Magmar list goes.
Okay, I have, I believe, both players potentially now.
Yeah, all the decks are basically the team decks. So, like, if you have someone not show up, then another player can play the deck just fine. It just has to be that that predefined deck. See, you have a Heroes of the Storm desktop background there, Garu.
Yeah, I do, buddy.
Kind of feels a little sacrilege, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just I haven't updated in probably months. I don't even, like, I barely get time to look at my background before I have like 50 windows open. I'm like OCD with, like, I want like 2 streams plus reading Reddit, plus reading Discord, plus reading my emails. Like, it's just...
You're just a multitasker.
I have to always be doing something. Anyways.
I have this full screen and my Spotify and Twitch chat.
I have Twitch chat. I haven't even brought it up, so I don't even know what's going on in Twitch chat or like a viewer count or any of that kind of stuff.
Garu, please. The viewers do matter. Why don't you care about chat, Garu?
No time.
Why
to
don't
care.
you like this Twitch chat?
Oh, they're the plebs, man.
Whoa.
Anytime anytime you read chat, man, you start thinking like chat. Wasn't it you that told me never to listen to chat? I believe you were listening to chat one day and you lost a match, and you were like, "I'm never listening to chat again."
I do that on a daily basis. I think I've listened to chat way too many times, and
but it hasn't turned out well.
Actually, Macro the Pimp, it's been I think it's the general consensus is that Magmar has a very favorable matchup against Linar because late game Linar pretty much consists of playing big minions, and if you think about it, Magmar can run 3 Metamorphosis, 3 Eggmorphs, and in the old days you used to run Plasma Storm because you can deal with the Linar's Iron Cliffs and their Silverguard Knights with Plasma Storm. So Magmar has always been viewed as a favorable matchup against Linar.
All right, so going into our 8th match, we have on the side of Memestorm, we have Asharial picking up the Magmar, and we have PiepusBartus trying to win our first ever win with Vitruvian. So we'll see if he's able to break the Vitruvian curse and pick up a win here. Asharial's hand will be on the bottom, of course, with the Veteran Silithar, and Pipus on top with Vitruvian, and his list looks a little different from what we just saw from Envy. It looks kind of like he might be playing that Sabotage list.
You did it again.
What did I do
There's
again?
some button that you're pushing that's kicking me out of Skype.
Oh, well, I'm using my numpad 1 to something to control the scenes. It might be something like that.
Must be, because as soon like it happens usually when we're going into a game.
Yeah, so it's me hitting my numpad. Weird, like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you must have a global hotkey on your Skype.
I
You're
probably
kicking
do.
me.
Get out of here. All right, I'll manually click in the future. Can you see the match though?
Yep, I can see. I'm in.
Okay.
All right, so I didn't see mulligans, but it looks like we have a pretty standard start. Asharial picking up Magmar.
PiepusBartus in
Zenrui's.
his mulligan, he did have an Archon Spellbinder, so
Okay.
more towards the late oriented.
Ooh, the young Silithar BM. Or was it a respect? Was it a respect heal? It says, I see that minion. I'm going to play up here.
Do you like this opening from PiepusBartus?
Absolutely. There's no reason to go towards... Like, Young Sildar wants to trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wants to go and do things. So playing your Healing Mystic in a vulnerable position... you could have walked 2 forward and played it right above the tile. But at this point...
Great here.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like the reasoning behind it. The playing it up there, your opponent as Magmar are typically not running 3-drops, so they're unable to capitalize on these all of the mana tiles.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a good chance of taking that mana tile on top or in the middle, and keeping your minion healthy.
So, Siphon Energy, Zenrui. Do you ever siphon?
We can't Zenrui.
I know. Do you ever siphon and not kill the target? Like, is it just like
No.
right here? He's not going to kill this veteran. So, is there a point to siphoning it right now this turn?
Yeah, he could kill the veteran and then he could siphon the egg to play around
Oh.
natural selection.
Never mind. That's a big friggin' healing mystic.
Yeah, I think it's entirely reasonable to kill this veteran and then siphon the egg. Oh, mistakes were made. So important to note there that you should leave the egg on the board at all times, because if they are running natural selection, that instantly puts a target on the board that they can't do anything about without playing Spirit Harvester.
So siphon the egg, just make it a 0/1 target that denies natural selection.
It also leaves up a target for Star's Fury if you are running it. So really advantageous to be doing that.
Never,
unfortunately,
never worried about
healing-
dire tie on an egg though.
No.
Blood Tier Alchemist coming down and sniping the Pyromancer in the back row.
Yeah, very, very meta these days to have that happen. Blood Tier Alchemist has come into strong favor these days, and
Whose list do you favor here? Do you favor Envy's more Third Wish oriented Dervish, or do you think PiepusBartus
Sabotage.
has the better hand here with this Blind Scorch, Zenrui, Amara?
I overhand right here, I favor Asharial, but as far as comparing PiepusBartus list versus Envy's, I definitely give the edge to Sabotage. Sabotage has always been very good against Magmar in tournament settings. For example, you could tech it, because stealing Elders, stealing Archons was very, very good, rather than just running something to kill it. So we're Zenruing a Young Sildar here. We could have gone up to the top and killed something rather than
Killing the Rustcrawler?
well, no, actually that's probably decent positioning. He didn't want to lose his 4/1 there, but Spirit Harvester is too strong here, and since we're not drawing anything, the Zenrui kind of had to come down that turn. We had a First Wish and a Blind Scorch. What do you do with that, you know?
Yeah.
Do you be greedy, walk away, and
What do you do with Pipus's turn right now?
you cry?
Do you really Rashas and First Wish it?
You replace Pyromancer. Ooh,
Ooh, okay. Take 5
That's a good-
damage. Take 5 damage and kill it.
well, I mean, it's fine if you get the board.
Yeah, for sure.
However, Macantor Warbeast.
Well,
That's
that
the
doesn't-
problem.
That plus the general will kill the Dancing Blade on the return play, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But
And we have
such
like
as Duelyst.
we have Flash Reincarnates. Well, actually, if he First Wishes it, it should live.
You're right, and that's gonna be 100% what he does here.
Oh, there's no way
He's
he
gonna
blind
blind
scorches
scorch
it.
to not take damage.
Is that what he's
He
doing?
might do it. I think he will. He'll
I
value
don't
that.
think he should.
Yeah.
No, I would play around Macantor there 100%.
Knowing both hands, you sure you wouldn't like use blind scorch?
No, he's coming up on 6 mana. I always play around that.
Okay.
6 mana Macantor, I always play around the strongest play that they can make, and especially if it would have cleared that min enough. Plus, I really want a minion on the board to have the draw on, because next turn, like what if exactly what happened to his hand here? I said it before I even saw the hand. He has no targets for his First Wish. He has to replace. probably Rasha's. But that first wish now did not get him any value that turn. It also didn't protect against Cantor Warbeast, and he's down. He's once again looking at a handful of spells and no minions. So, first wish was definitely the stronger play.
Well, I wonder if Ashariel actually plays the Earth Sphere here, because I mean he's going to take 4 damage to clear out this Dancing Blade, get down to 15.
No. You're not afraid of anything these days from Vitruvian. 7 mana used to be 15 damage back in the day. 7 mana is not 15 damage these days. Oh wow.
Well, Cantor's. Oh yeah, he's not going to be able to kill it though.
Oh wow. Stakes were made.
That's a flash reincarnation. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe he's
well,
baiting it. He wants more value from his Mechanicor Warbeast, I suppose.
It's interesting. I don't know if I would have gone with that play.
He's got quite
For
a few.
one, the Emerald Rejuvenator just dies.
Mm-hmm. Placing a Rashas here, picking up a Pyromancer. I guess that is a decent target for the first wish. Do you still first wish the Dancing Blade? Then draw to see what... Yeah,
I definitely... I think I'd be... I don't really want to devote my play into playing Pyromancer here. Yeah, we see the first wish, but we don't even know what he has yet in his hand.
Wait for it.
We're really way behind.
Yeah, I can... Alright, that should do it.
Alright, Healing Mystic. Nothing of note here. If anything, you go clear off the Emerald. You play both of your 2-drops. I mean,
And Plasma Storm.
yeah, we're not Plasma Storming though. This is a Mecantor for sure. He's gonna be able to hit that Pyromancer and the Dancing Blade.
And it depends where he puts the Mystic.
Punching. Alright, fair enough. He uses the Healing Mystic to heal the Dancing Blades to 5, which means that Mecantor or the Veteran can't just trade into it.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma Storm not very
Does
good.
Plasma Storm get any better now? He can also, well, he can.
If anything, just
he's going to be able to
Metamorphosis
blood tier. He's going to be able to blood tier this Dancing Blade and Veteran into it. It's whether or not he Plasma Storms, because that'd be 7. And
I mean, he
Plasma
could
Storm.
just Metamorphosis instead and use blood tier and keep his Veteran healthy.
But I mean, like, don't you want to use Plasma Storm now? Like, when's Plasma Storm getting better?
When is it getting better?
Yeah. When is it
You
killing
just
more
don't
than...
have to play it.
You
You
like
can play to win by
find...
not playing the card too.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's the thing here is that you're playing to win. You're not playing to get value out of your cards.
Yeah.
To win here, he keeps his minion on board. It makes his opponent have inefficient. Like he has to have a Siphon Energy, and he probably has to hit it or use a Rashas or something like that.
Mhm.
2 cards out of your Veteran, whereas you have a Metamorphosis in hand. He replaced. He got another Metamorphosis. It's a clear play. I'd rather hold on to a Plasma Storm in case I absolutely need it, or I can just replace it next turn. Whereas Meta puts more pressure on the board, and I don't have an egg.
Okay, so he replaces into a Dancing Blade.
That's pretty good. Unfortunately, another meta. Siphon Energy, Dancing Blade, or Dancing Blades and Siphon Energy, whichever.
Well, he didn't do it initially. I wonder if he's going to do it this time around.
Oh, to siphon the egg? No. A lot of people don't utilize that kind of strategy.
What about Primus Fist? It seems like would you rather play around him having natural selection or him like Primus Fisting and getting a value out of it potentially later? Oh, actually, look at this. Alright, he just doesn't even use the Siphon Energy.
He doesn't even need a Siphon. He's just
No.
not killing off the blood tier. Yikes. We're put into top deck mode with Vitruvian, and that never feels good.
In typical Magmar fashion, they always have like a lot of cards because they're playing so many high drops.
Ooh, Fractal. I like that.
So it's 2 Magmars both playing the Fractals.
It's a strong card. Not easily dismissing that card, especially in unsuspecting matchups. Like a lot of people don't like expect it. Like if you get an Archon out,
Yeah.
and then or like if you get an early veteran, right? Like you just play a veteran raw and your opponent has no way to deal with it because you played it safe. I've had Dresbo do it to me before where he just fractaled his veteran Silvar.
Yeah.
I was playing one-man army. It's pretty fun. Alright, so he's not in too much danger here. It's just a 5/5. He's going to go to 15, but not in too much damage, or not in too much danger. He wants to set up the Metamorphosis play, I think.
So we got double Primus Fist, Cosmic Flesh. This Dancing Blade can become a little bit of a threat here.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage potentially if he wants to load up.
8 damage on it. Oof.
Save that one for later.
Getting bodied by these replays.
It seems like he's got a million spells in this list. He's got Rashas.
Yep, that's sabotage for you.
Yeah.
Cosmic Flesh is a little greedy, though. I don't know if I'd be running that, just because you'd run into this problem. But I guess if he's not running Star Sphere, you can get away with about 15 to 17 spells in a sabotage list. Unfortunate.
We've seen Fractal out of Ashariel like in his hand here, but I don't know if we've seen a Silthar Elder or an Archon Spellbinder as of yet.
Yep, we have not seen either late game threats. He's been sitting on this Mecanter for quite a while.
Yeah.
Also the Flash Reincarnate. I think it comes down this turn.
Yeah, for clearing out these Primus Fist and potentially some general damage.
Yeah. Cosmic Flesh. Alright, yeah, Mecanter's just gonna clear the board. Oh. He walks out of the Mecanter range, which is good.
So Mecanter's going to deal 4 and kill the Dancing Blade, and then Spirit Harvester, no matter what, is going to kill the Mecanter and the rest of the Primus Fist.
He didn't siphon energy yet, so...
I mean, what's he waiting to use that Siphon Energy on, if not the Spirit Harvester here? Like, Silthar Elder?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say what you do at this stage in the game with Siphon Energy when you're this far behind.
Ooh.
It didn't seem like we were far behind. We only know that he's far behind because of the hand.
Hey, there's our targets. There's our fractal targets.
Oof.
But even then, I mean, it spawns an egg so quick that it's like, okay, I don't care if you have Siphon Energy, there's another egg already.
Yeah,
Plus,
he kind of has to, like, almost replace Blind Scorch or Siphon here, just because everything on the board looks so bad. He has to, like, use Rashas to kill off Mecanter. And this Elder's gonna come down. I just feel his pain. I can just feel him screaming internally.
So this is how Magmar wins matches. It just gotta be... These are like the bottom, the last remaining, like, factions, and they're just gonna try to beat up on each other. This is picked last in gym class versus picked second last in gym class.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. Oh man, I think gonna Rashas, clear that off.
Does he? Okay.
You replace Siphon. Oh, he's got
wow.
Archon.
Does that change his play here?
Archon's better than Starfire.
Nope. Not in his book.
Oh my god.
So now that just gets egged. But either target was getting egged, so.
Well,
is it egged or is it... Because he didn't siphon it, he can just straight up
he can egg and flash Elder. It's pretty easy.
This egg that spawns, does it die to this Spirit Harvester, though? So...
The Elder Egg will not die to it.
The way it times out? Okay, so because it's on first, the Spirit Harvester is on first, it goes first, and then...
No, it's just that it has nothing to do with what was played first.
It's just end of turn.
It has to do with end of turn. The process goes like this: it deals damage to all targets that are that are on the board simultaneously, and then at the end of the turn, since the egg is not there.
Though.
Yeah, the difference is that there's no targets. The egg does not spawn in the same turn that damage is dealt.
Oh, really?
It's the same effect as if a Fenrir Warmaster dies. Which is interesting that there are only one unit that circumvents this whole logic. Is
As
two
always.
Units. Red Sinja circumvents this because if your general, if you have a Red Sinja and a Fenrir Warmaster next to your general, and you attack the Fenrir Warmaster to kill it with your general, the Red Sinja will then kill off the spawn of the Fenrir, which is not supposed to happen. It's not how it works because the damage should be dealt simultaneously. The effect happens to occur afterwards, apparently.
Alright, so Star's Fury.
We have a
Is he going to kill the Elder here?
Yeah, for sure. He has to kill everything.
Yeah, because he's taking a lot of damage.
He can't do anything with his life besides...
Deal with one, kill the other.
And it looks like Macantor's just gonna
Close out this game. He's got 7 on board. Macantor makes it 11. Let's see if he sees the lethal.
So, and the second unit that circumvents that is Merkblood Devourer.
Okay, with the pump up.
Yeah, if something, it's really strange because if you use an AoE effect that kills a unit and a Merkblood Devourer at the same time, but happens to have a respawn mechanic next to it, it, like for example, Fenrir Warmaster. If Fenrir Warmaster dies in the same AoE effect that a Merkblood Devourer happens to die in, it will buff up the second Fenrir.
Alright, so that puts Memestorm at match point.
With it's all on Envy now.
It's all on Envy. So who is Envy playing is basically what it comes down to.
Probably the Magmar list here for clowns.
Okay.
Or their Vitruvian list.
Linar still hasn't come out at all for Holy Clowns.
Yeah, I'm really curious on... I don't know what their Linar list is. I feel like they know that they can get they have a good chance to win against a Obelisk win, or an Obelisk deck with, excuse me. They know they have a good chance to win against an Obelisk deck with the Plasma Storm Magmar, Spirit Harvesters, Heavy Control list. So if they happen to do it properly.
So we got Envy picking up Vitruvian, trying to close us out. And we got Wagnozac returning with Linar. Oh, no, actually, I think I picked the wrong match. He's actually playing Songhai. So I'll have to exit this game.
No, he can't play Songhai. Neither team can play Songhai.
I'm looking at an old match then. Neither team
This
can
should
play
be the
Songhai.
Linar versus Vitruvian, is what you're seeing there.
Okay. I saw it right on one. Okay, so this is what he... Okay, let me see.
No, not anymore, Pyrotanus. It used to, but they fixed it for some reason. The egg interactions with a lot of spells and stuff no longer work like they used to. If you have an Elder Egg and you fractal replicate it, yeah, it should be Zoochz versus Wagnozac.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The Zoch came back to play?
Yeah, that's why you had to go.
Oh, I thought he had to go do
As
the
well.
work.
I don't know.
Okay.
That has to be the match, though. There's
That
no
has
way
to be the match. All right, so let me update the scoreboard then. So we got some different players. So we got Wagnozac for clowns, and the big boss man himself, Zoochz. And so, of course, Zoochz has to play Vitruvian. And Wagnozac's going to return with Linar. Correct?
Yeah. Envy must have had to go.
Potentially. Or it has to be the same list, so we should be seeing this list, which is this dervish style, and we can see the Bone Swarm was in it.
It must be Zooch's list, because he had also Loremaster. And that was the same list that Zooch's was running. So it must be the list that Envy got from Zoch.
Oh, sorry, I hit the button, so you might have gotten kicked from Skype.
Nope, I'm here. I'm still here.
That is a Light Chaser in the hand of Wagnozac.
And this is the first time we've seen the Clown's liner list, so...
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he plays Sandhowler pretty safely. I agree. No reason not to play it safely.
And Liner has probably one of the best answers for it too, right? With Sunbloom.
It's not really an answer for it, but it is a...
When it's pumped up, I suppose.
Yeah, when it's pumped up, it's a good answer for it. But yeah, the onus to kill it is definitely upon their other spells. Ooh, Beam Shock.
Beam Shock. Can't even be played right now. The Sound Howler. The hard counter to Beam Shock Liner. So what does Beam Shock do?
You're never...
To the people that don't see it often.
General. Beam Shock stuns any general or minion.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use it to pressure your opponent, to lock him in place. You can walk your big army over there. Very good against Songhai, for example. Kind of meh against everybody else. Yeah, you definitely Beam Shock the general there. He's not swinging with Windblade, which I would think I would have swung.
Yeah, you're probably going to get two swings. Like, you're either going to hit the general for 4 and then kill potentially the Sand Howler. But the Sand Howler is going to die to any two of these attacks anyway, so... Okay.
It's a fun card, Scientist, and that's about it.
Scientist raving about bad cards in chat.
Yeah, Windblade swinging here, actually, he kind of got lucky by
Bone Swarm?
by not swinging because of the Bone Swarm.
Well, I mean, he would have got 4 damage in. What's he going to get now? He's probably still going to get it, right? The General's still going to finish it off.
Well, he could use the... No, General stunned.
Oh.
Yeah. So Windblade Adept is going to get to be able to swing at that Sand Howler if it's not moved into the correct position.
Oh, it's going to Rasha to finish it off.
He was debating on if he could utilize all the mana tiles. Unfortunately, he couldn't because his general could not move. I would have definitely not taken that. Oh wait, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Block it off with the Obelisk.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it plays into Sunbloom pretty hard here, but oh, he's swinging.
Sunbloom or Martyrdom, like, seems pretty good right now. That's a Circle of Life out from Wagnozac up top too. So he's definitely has this heal liner build with Light Chasers. It's not surprising to see the Circle of Life with the Light Chaser in the same deck.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just Wingblade Adept.
And Tempest, yep. He can Sundrop as well. Yeah, but that's what you get, Zooch, for attacking with it. That's what you get for not valuing your Sand Howler's longevity. You play it aggressively, you're attacking someone who can heal up 3 damage pretty easily, and sacrifice your own unit. You're kind of asking for it. Kind of asking for it. Here the play to me would be to just...
Take face and Mystic up the Obelisk. Oh no, actually he can Sand Howler, I mean the Dervish too, but it's gonna die. It's whether you value your face or the Dunecaster, potentially.
Dunecaster.
Yeah. What did I call it? Dune
Howler? Call it Sand Howler.
Sand Howler?
Oh man, this is gonna set him back. This is a Sunriser with Sundrop. This Sunriser is gonna almost clear the whole board.
Leave the Mystic at 1.
Yeah. Or Sunriser. What did I call it?
You called it Sunriser.
Okay.
I at least knew what you were talking about. Oh, and Zoochz not happy.
Zoochz is not happy.
Alright. At least he'll
His
know
obelisk
for...
list is being beaten down by Sunriser or Beam Shock. Alsuin, he can get that, man.
Sun drop back.
Yeah, I don't think... I mean, it seems like the play to me. Fire Blaze plus clearing off the minion, play Alsuin. Yeah, he should definitely play the Fireblaze Obelisk. Like, he should walk down one tile, attack Sunriser, play Fireblaze Obelisk.
And then finish it off with the Mystic here.
Actually, he could walk two tiles down. Oh, man. So now there's no way that he can place this Fireblaze. Oh.
His Mystic is going to die to the Sunriser.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no place to play this thing except if the Mystic moves down and to the right and places it on that bottom right tile, which is what he should have done.
So
because
you're saying move it here and place and then attack?
Yeah. Yep.
Just because you're worried now about the 6 mana turn?
Oh yeah, for sure. You're playing around the Holy Immolation. Because if his general can attack it, all he needs is 4 more damage, which is Holy Immolation, and it's on 6 mana. Too much of a risk. You have a Dunecaster in hand, you can 100% guarantee, like, if this thing lives, you can get value out of it the next turn.
Yeah.
Because Dunecaster will just bring the minion up. A lot of people tend to forget that just because it spawns it far away doesn't mean that it's out of the game. So it also has synergy with just buffing up your other dervishes.
Alright, so there's the 2 attack. There's the Healing Mystic. And 4 remaining mana with 2 Holy Immolations in hand. What is he going to do?
So, punished. And 1 less obelisk that Wag has to deal with.
And I mean, Zoochz has to be the beatdown in this matchup, correct? So it's like, it's getting longer, and Wagnozac is playing a heal liner, and he's at full HP. It can't be feeling good.
Yeah, Zoochz is pretty far behind. He hasn't even drawn a 3rd wish. He kind of has to keep the Dunecaster Rash's combo forever. There's no good options here that don't expend some sort of resource. So if he uses the Star's Fury,
that's so depressing.
It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. No way he swings face here. If he swings face, he's gonna lose.
Oh, like him moving his general up and swing face.
Yeah. He needs to get away.
Yeah.
Needs to get away. Needs time to. Look at that. He needs time. Maelstrom.
But we see double Silverguard Knight in the hand of Wagnozac.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't. If he martyrdoms here, he's not gonna have an answer to the Rashas. So he's not gonna martyrdom.
Trying to find the best position to play these 2 minions. I mean, I'm assuming does he care about Zeal on the second one?
Looks like he doesn't.
Better.
He's trying to play around both Star's Fury and Blast. Dervish Vet, you're definitely concerned about the 3rd wish, Rasha's Curse. So down and to the left would be the optimal positioning, because then Star's Fury can't even do much anyways, but here there's a possible 3rd wish. Replacing Sundrop over Healing Mystic. Replacing Sundrop over Healing Mystic. I don't know about that.
Maybe it's the presence on board versus I don't know.
I mean, you're down anyways. You're down health anyways. Your Healing Mystic can't trade up. Oh no. No. At this point, you run away to the wall and play your... just basically play your Orb Weavers, your Healing Mystics. Just leave your Primus Fist where it is.
And he's still trying to fight for this board.
He's trying to fight for a board against a late game liner, which you're not going to win the board without getting a blast off or getting a time maelstrom off. There's nothing he can do here that's going to be significant enough to not put him behind on cards this turn. So he should be setting up his minions in the best scenario where they're not going to get threatened. So killing off one of those units just not good enough.
Zoch giving 0 respect to Decimate here. I mean, he's losing anyways, right? You can't respect Decimate and try to win. Alright, so we have Zir, Martyrdom, and a Mystic. He hasn't replaced just yet. What do you do? Do you replace the Mystic here? I mean, you kind of like, do you want to play Zir this early when you're so high HP and like, you're just asking it for it to be, even if it, I guess, even if it is siphoned, you're just like, yeah, it's a 5/12. Like, it's still a big body.
I'm just going to Holy Immolate. Holy Immolate the board, get it back for free. Seems fine. Yeah, playing Zir wasn't very good.
And the chase
I
is
agree,
on.
Scientist. Oh, see, now he has 2 time maelstroms and no minions on the board. So that's what I was saying, is he could remove the Silver Guard there, but his minion was weak to all the effects in the world. If he runs away, he's losing. If he walks forward, he's losing. He can't do enough out-of-hand damage to kill him. He has to find a way to get back into this board game, because he basically gave it up with what he did last turn. Ugh.
I think you're saying, it's just because Vitruvian doesn't have any good cards. Like,
Well, he did have good cards. He sacrificed them, though,
to kill
off the Silver Guard Knight.
Yeah.
He did have good cards. He did have good cards. Orb Weaver, no way. You got to get rid of that thing. Even with Time Maelstrom, you'll never be able to do anything with it. You need to be setting up a third wish with this Rasha's looking for. Getting rid of Rasha's?
Yeah, it's the instant.
That's your only out of hand thing that you can do with Time Maelstrom.
Maybe he's just thinking Orb Weavers are going to get some pretty good value here, because we've seen, 2 Holy Immolations played?
Well, now he's trying. Oh, he plays it within range of that Silver Guard. Guess there's no way he can not.
Yeah, some of these are getting Silver Guard, like, in no matter what.
I like his formation.
Yeah.
There's a third wish. See, now third wish looking much better with the Rashas in your hand. But, like, if Wag just plays a Tempest here, it's all over. There's nothing left.
We see Sunbloom, and he already replaced, so I don't believe that's our future. He's got a Beam Shock now, though.
I don't agree that Vitruvian is dead in this tournament. I believe that the deck you choose and what you choose to play it against is what's important.
Exactly.
Because Sabotage Vet can always be very good.
Against controls and...
Yep.
Yep, I agree. You got to bring the Vet this time around to defeat one faction almost. Either the mirror match or probably Magmar control. So I think, yeah, Sabotage I definitely think is a good choice.
Yeah, Sabotage would be the better of the 2 decks as far as as far as playing to win the control matchup. Like, you can, if you find like a control Magmar, you can definitely take Sabotage against it and feel pretty good about it. But playing a Dervish Vet, it's a very aggressive list. It's not very control-y. It requires too many cards to set up lethals. So Sabotage and Control Vitruvian in general is a better choice over this Dervish list. And we're seeing why in this matchup. Some of the choices that he made here to, you know, he played his minions improperly. And just expended too many resources, and now he's kind of burnt out. And if he doesn't find a way to take this board back before Zir comes down, which he doesn't know he's running Zir, but... Ooh, Siphon Energy. Oh, if he uses that this turn, though...
No! Save it! No! Oh, man.
He's looking to Siphon, play his Star's Fury. Oh, my goodness. Play Third Wish.
So, that's 8
I think you
mana.
time Maelstrom, to be fair. I would be time Maelstroming here. You time Maelstrom, you get a couple attacks off on that
1/5.
the 1/5, which you can clear it next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this isn't... He also lost a Dervish by attacking with the Third Wish first. Huh. He could have had another Dervish.
No, there wasn't something in front of the general, was there?
No, there was a Healing Mystic up and to the left of the Silver Guard. So he lost out on 2 points of damage there by not playing the...
So now Wag is pretty low, so I think it's time for Zir to come in.
Zoochz is...
emotes. He's furious.
Oh, man.
Well, Wag has to deal with this Third Wish, but with him and the Silver Guard Knight and the General, but you don't want to take 5, do you? Is it worth it to take 5 and then put Zir out there? But I mean, like, you gotta be worried about Siphon Energy again, right?
He
He's
could not have
martyrdom.
hit the 1/5. He would have had to use his Star's Fury first, Scientist. Well, I guess if you walked up, then use Star's Fury with the Healing Mystic, he could have used the Star's Fury to clear that off. And then he could have punched the 1/5. So yeah, you're correct. Yep.
So you have to, do you have to martyrdom this guy once you do?
No,
Tempest.
he's got Tempest.
Oh, I didn't, he must have replaced into it in a second.
Yeah, we got this synchronization issue. I don't know if you know the guy that's putting this on.
I'll talk to
fix
him.
that.
I'll talk to him.
Thanks. Oh, time Maelstrom just to get out of Beam Shock Zir.
Alright, I'm gonna pause it here until I see the top hand go gray. And then I will know his turn is over. Wait till he draws some cards. Yeah, lags in the browser.
Okay. Yeah, we're time Maelstroming. Oh man, you have to. You can't let this get wholly immolated. Like it's
That'd
game losing.
That'd be the third holy immolation, I believe.
Yes. Yep, it'd be the third. Yep. Time Maelstrom, you have to get out of this scenario. Oh, into another Time Maelstrom. Oh, he's so
That's
close
his
to
last
lethal.
one.
Oh man, a Third Wish. A Third Wish is lethal. If he replaces Emerald Rejuvenator and Time Maelstroms, punches,
Yep,
it's
puts him down to
very
7.
very possible he's only played one Third Wish. Oh,
Ooh,
punch
you got
him.
another turn. You got another turn. Punch him.
Punch him. Punch him.
7/7.
You could get Siphon Energy as well.
But we've got to remember, Grandmasters. Yeah, you have to get Siphon Energy too. Though.
I'll get rid of that Obelisk. Oh, we're so close.
Well, he's got Grandmaster Zir though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
getting him into Zir is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Getting him into Zir isn't as difficult to deal with as both on the board at the same time.
Mhm.
So I think it was really worth it. What are we talking about? Lethal? It's very important to not play into a Divine Bond, Holy Immolate, anything like that, guys. So that's why I'm getting excited. Killing off the Zir would be very good.
We see Wag is playing with Ironcliff Guardians, so he doesn't mind having 3 attack minions.
No, once the Abyss came out, I think once Abyss was gone, I think that's probably a decent strategy. Run a normal Linar list that's not going to lose to the Abyssine matchup.
So never play it until they win with Abyssian.
Something like that. I think because a lot of people feel like Abyssine is first.
Yeah.
You're replacing a card and then drawing it at the end of your turn is not a bug. That's a very, very, very poorly. I don't know. A lot of people have said, like, some people have just said that, and it's not true.
All right, so we have Wag. He's got a Murdergum. He's got the Iron Cliff and a Holy Immolation. So this Holy Immolation is going to get... I mean, is that the play? Iron Cliff, clear everything out. Zir can't get in just yet.
Yeah, Holy Immolation and then play Iron Cliff.
Oh, where are you going to go? That's number 3, Zooch. Number 3.
Yeah, and we just... Oh,
God.
there's nothing we can do.
Look at all that HP.
If he draws
Yeah.
a... Oh no, because of the Iron Cliff. Huh. If he draws a second Siphon Energy... Oh, he's still one off. Very, very complicated turn here. Oh, that's just...
He's trying to find lethal through double Siphon Energy.
Yeah, there wasn't one, though. Yeah, very good placement on that Iron Cliff. Because he, in order to attack the General with the Rashas, he has to Siphon the Iron Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that he can't Siphon the Zir. If he had one more in hand, it was lethal. But otherwise, it was only 6 damage.
So there's the Rasha. The Doomcaster.
He siphons off.
He died. Siphoned off Zir, I believe, right? Yeah, so Zir is just a big dude.
I think I would have just siphoned off the...
I think overall that seems to be a really good play with what his board presence is right now.
I think siphoning off the Iron Cliff would have been fine. I don't know. It's like... It's so tough to decide what to do, but I believe that siphoning the Iron Cliff and going for the face damage is more valuable there. I guess I'm just looking at it from the perspective of what Divine Bond is lethal at this point.
Alright, so now potentially as that's 7, but at least Rasha's Curse can now attack the General. But I think he's used 3 now.
He's up to 12 now.
Oh, God.
And that's what I'm saying, is that once your opponent pretty much... like, say they can't become Zir, right?
Yeah.
You basically increase their health total by letting them have the normal General. While the Zir is still hard to kill off because it's dangerous to attack with your General.
It can only max out at 12.
You can only max out at 12. Oh my gosh. Well, another Sunbloom, but very close to... Ooh, what does he get? Oh my goodness, what does he get?
Probably a
Holy Immolation?
Is it? Wait for it. Sunbloom.
I don't know.
Sunbloom. It's like these obelisks are just delaying turns at this point. He's just playing them and absorbing attacks.
Yeah, this is... Once... I think the deciding factor of this game was pretty much once he decided to go all in on that Silverguard killing play, and just not sit on them for the Time Maelstrom turn. It's that kind of just decided who was going to end up having more value of this game. Oh, there's the third wishes.
Does he even have any dervishes left? Maybe one Sandhowler? But it feels like...
Maybe one Sandhowler.
I'm talking about dervishes left in his list to play these third wishes on. I think he's played 2 Sandhowlers, right?
He's played 2 Sandhowlers. He's played 1...
Feels like 2 Doomcasters. Feels like 3 Rasha's Cursed. Oh. Wow, I love the attack of Light Chaser. It's so cool.
That was good lethal.
That was good lethal.
It was a good lethal.
It's like
a harder lethal to see than usual.
Okay.
Because of the martyrdom on your own Mystic play and buffing the Light
that's
Chaser.
Clowns picking up their Linar win. Vitruvian for Memestorm, Magmar Vitruvian for Holy Clowns. It's a really tight match.
Really tight. Like, Memestorm got to farm that Magmar win
Mhm.
for 4 of their matches, but they've really struggled against all these other decks, which is really interesting. Because Clowns got to win against 2 Vitruvian attempts, and basically 2 different lists altogether.
Alright, so we are at 10.
Yep, all we have left here for Memestorm is their Vitruvian, and Obelisk Vitruvian is not the deck I think they should have brought.
Okay, I think... Alright.
I actually think that the Vitruvian Mirror match is very favored towards the Sabotage list now, especially with Obelisk and Zenrui. Blind Scorch a little falling out, but there's no Imaras anyways. They've seen the entire list, they know that there's nothing to worry about. The only thing that's difficult to deal with is the Sand Howler, because Siphon Energy doesn't stop it.
Right, so we're into game number 10. Game number 10 between these two matches of a possible maximum 11. It's Vitruvian versus Vitruvian Magmar. We have Zoochz playing Vitruvian up against PiepusBartus playing Vitruvian as well in the mirror match.
Yeah.
So,
Like I said, this could go very well for Pipus with his Sabotage list,
mhm.
or it could go very poorly with the Sand Howler ramp play. Because Sand Howler plus Third Wish is just undealable in the mirror.
Yeah. So we see that there's an Amara from Pipus. That's Pipus's Amara. So this is the third time we're seeing Zoochz play the vet, and this is the second time I believe we're seeing Pipus play his.
Well, this is the second time we've seen Zoochz play that. We watched Envy for 2 other games.
Oh, okay.
4th game for the deck.
Correct
I
this.
guess Envy had to go or something.
Maybe he's just
it auto-filled.
filled with sodium or something.
It's 4-5, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We have it. Takes so many seconds to set up the match before you can actually go into it. Look at that. First turn. Pyromancer.
Siphon.
There's got to be better targets than that, or is it like that's the only way you can deal with that? No, he's got Roshes and stuff too, so.
No, you don't want to. It's. I think that's an okay play. He's not running anything like Jaxie. He's not running. He's not running mini Jack or what am I trying to say? Blood Tier.
Mm-hmm.
I think Siphon like sucks, but you can do it. It's just gonna avoid dealing with it for a while.
So Pipus' turn just includes playing a Mystic and passing?
Yeah, probably. It's pretty limited here.
Is he
Heavy
moving
curve
forward
deck.
with his Pyromancer? Doesn't that get it
Absolutely.
in range? Oh, never mind.
It's
Yes,
Siphon.
yes. That's the one thing both me and Aquitar agree upon is a better way of showing Dispelled. If you forget about
It's
it,
interesting
it just
that
seems so
Beam
weird.
Shock has its own little.
Yeah.
If something's Beam Shocked, there's stars underneath it, and it spins around. But if something's siphoned, you've no idea.
Or Dispelled, yeah, just anything.
Denying the natural here.
Mm-hmm. He could have done that with a Mystic, though, couldn't he have? Yeah. But he's going to play the Mystic anyways.
He wants to play the Mystic out of reach because Mystic just dies to the Dervish.
So, of course, it's the Fire Blaze, so it's going to give
Only
it
one
the
spot
3-2.
can kill it. So if it spawns right on the mana tile, okay. Can't kill the Pyromancer, can't kill the Mystic, can only go face.
Or grab that mana tile. Is there something he wants to play here? He'd have 5 mana. No. Even? Is Star's Fury an option here?
You're looking at the wrong hand.
It's it's Zooch's turn.
This is Zoochz, who's on bottom.
Yeah, I know he's on bottom. But I'm just like, these mirror matches are impossible because you're looking, as soon as you think vet, you look at the top and you're like, oh, there's a Blind Scorch. Well, that's the vet player's hand.
No, I'd be playing this Primus Fist buff up that buff up that Rejuvenator and put it underneath the General. You put it underneath your General and next to the Emerald Rejuvenator.
Yep,
he
right
can't
here.
kill. Yep, right
Up.
directly in.
This seems so weird. Like, what's this thing's dying at the end of turn, and you're pumping a structure?
Yeah, I mean, if he places it up there, all you're doing is giving Pyromancer a will to live. Like, Pyromancer's like, I have no purpose, and then you give it a minion to trade off, and you go, I have a purpose, you know.
Yeah,
So,
that plus general, right?
yeah. Oh my goodness, we see a Portal Guardian in Pipus' hand.
Yep. We didn't see that in the previous matches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely have played that for the Emerald Rejuvenator.
So he's thinking that he somehow wants to protect this fire blaze obelisk for a few more turns
Yeah, but
or
he
something.
was already out of range.
Mm.
There's no merit to playing that up there. All it does is give it a way to die, whereas playing it underneath the General and putting it next to the Emerald Rejuvenator,
That's a lot of damage, right?
It just ensured that it would live to the board. Whereas now Pyromancer can just kill.
So Pipus is playing for sure Portal Guardian this turn. I mean, with Fireblaze, it just seems like such a good card. Just gonna get pumped every turn.
You have the wrong idea.
Does the summon
Pipus
here?
does not have an obelisk.
No, he
Pipus
has
is on
the
the left.
Portal Guardian. Is what I'm saying. Is gonna get pumped up from the Fireblaze.
How would he get pumped up from the fireplace?
Well, doesn't the summon increase the Portal Guardian's attack?
Only your cards do.
I thought it worked like Oculus.
No.
Being silly. It's been a while
Nope.
since it's
Portal-
played. It's probably been
Portal Guard.
since November is the last time Portal Guardian's been really played.
No, it was played in December. Blind Scorch, kill that off. Play Portal Guardian. But we do have the Sand Howler that I think would probably have a pretty good impact on this game board.
Especially
The only
with
way he's
three.
going to get rid of it is with the Star's Fury.
He's already got the third wish ready to go.
Third Wish, not very useful here. Playing that right there exactly is where he should be playing.
I mean,
Also
that,
plays around Star's Fury because the spawns will not be able to kill it outright.
Mhm.
So Pipus would have to use Star's Fury and a First Wish, but he does not have the mana for that next turn. Very, very, very impactful. The only way you can really kill it is with Dancing Blades, and he doesn't have a way to get Dancing Blades up there. Zoochz is debating heavily on where this Primus Fish should go. He obviously wants to kill off the Healing Mystic.
Mhm.
Playing Primus Fist out of range of the Portal Guardian's attack range is good.
So like up here maybe.
There, I don't like it all the way up there. I think you can go to the middle. Yeah, it's still out of that range. He can back completely away from Portal Guardian this turn. General can't attack Obelisk. I mean, like, Star's Fury is not doing much this game.
Bone Swarm, man.
Yep. I'm actually a fan of that card lately. It's good against Swarm, and it's good against Artifact Removal. It's also very decent for out-of-hand damage on Time Maelstrom turns.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it gets a lot of damage sometimes.
it's pretty good these days with the relevance of flooding the board.
Mhm.
But
So he does have the Star's Fury, but like you were saying, he doesn't have the mana for the First Wish to apply to it.
there's literally no way for it to possibly reach. Even if he kills off a minion, he can kill off the Fireplace though. Very, very unfortunate timing for all of this to go down. Zoochz is angry.
He's losing one attack on a Sound Howler. He's not happy.
He's not. Oh, he is. Oh, the General's gonna clear out the Obelisk. Okay. That Portal Guardian's a big old boy now.
Yeah, he's pretty big dude.
He's
after
all
that
grown
Star's
up.
Fury.
Now he looks pretty good. Everyone's like, Portal Guardian nerfed. Well, that's only if he doesn't live through his first turn.
All right, so places the bone.
I think he just...
Do you play both of these and just go like...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is a big attack. Do you kill the Portal Guardian?
Oh, yeah. We're killing Portal Guardian for sure.
Before it hits your general? Even though you can still run away
if he
for a few
really
more
wanted
turns?
to, he could go for face and avoid the Portal Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's worth... maybe he values the Rashes. Or the Dunecaster. You know what's funny, though, is that Pipus has a Mirage Master in hand.
Oh. So he can get his own 6/4.
He can. However, with Zoochz having Rasha's Dunecaster and Star's Fury, it's not going to be an issue. I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. If he wants to preserve it, he needs to move up and to the left and play it directly behind him. And then it's only weak to the Rasha's Dunecaster. Whereas if he plays it directly above him or towards the general at all, now the general could just kill it with a Rasha's if he wanted to, or Star's Fury.
Which
He's so healthy
see.
that taking 6 is not that big a deal.
Yeah. Actually, he can even, if he wants to, he can use the Dunecaster to not take the 6. He might have to now if he's going to get blocked off here with his Primus Fist.
Cosmic Flesh.
Wants to keep it alive.
It's not going to make it, though, I don't think. Oh, well, actually, technically, right now.
Yeah, he can only do 6 damage to it right now, unless he wants to... No, he can't... he's not at 9, so... Ooh. That makes Rasha 2, 4, 5 plus General.
Yeah,
that's
he
7.
can remove it.
And this
That's
guy's...
perfect.
Does this guy go here, or does he go back to the center tile here?
Oh, he goes back to center. For sure.
Just so he can...
Yep, because then you can play Primus Fist in...
Or do you move diagonally just 1?
No, you go to the center. If you use Rasha's, then you can play Dunecaster. I would have played Rasha's at the corner there, because your general has to hit it in order to do this effect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Rasha's. The Dunecaster makes it a 4/4. Are you happy with the Dunecaster being played over here? Stop the retreat of Vitruvian?
It does the thing of stopping the retreat, but it doesn't really protect the Sand Howler from like a Dancing Blades, which is what I was thinking of before I even looked at Pipus's hand. Dancing Blades and all that kind of stuff. So he can Dancing Blades it, and then he can attack it. Doesn't feel good, man, but it's certainly his best
This is
option.
how you deal with Sand Howlers, is you take it to the face, then you kill it. He's probably running, like, wondering where his, takes face. Dancing Blades. He has mana for Primus Fist, or do you just first wish it?
I think he's worthy to throw back. No, you're gonna play Primus. You want more bodies. He can also play a little bit around Star's Fury by putting his minions against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's going to happen, or is Primus being played behind him? Ooh, wow. Okay. I was like,
I
that's
wouldn't want to play
big lineup
the
for
Primus.
Star's Fury.
Yeah. I would be playing the Primus against the wall, like in front of my face or in front of my...
Dancing Blade?
Yeah. He's trying to think about Third Wish from the Dunecaster, but at this point, Star's Fury is just as dangerous. So he did play it against the wall. So that's good. Problem is that he didn't limit the ability to only 2. Yeah, Zoochz can literally walk away from his opponent here, place the Sand Howlers, Time Maelstrom. It's looking good next turn. Wag the Trader.
Is it worth, like, tanking face here to kill this Dancing Blade, or you're just gonna run
On
away?
a Time Maelstrom next turn? Yeah, I think we're clearing it for sure.
Go down to 11?
I mean, there's not much out-of-hand damage, though, from Vitruvian these days.
We're not worried about, like, a Star's Fury, Primus Fist.
No.
He's deciding if he wants to go face here or kill this, yeah. And so he does choose, does elect. And now he only gets 1 Star's Fury target unless Pipus moves to general. Wow, look at all those wishes. Wishing for more wishes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a first wish storm here.
Just to see
Nope. Interestingly enough, we have not seen a single Zen Ruby this game. So no effects.
Stealing
Zoochz just kind of
obelisks.
dodged that bullet. Oh, Portal Guardian, you are not what we want to see right now, Portal.
More wishes. That the top hand, yeah, the first wish is finally played.
I have no idea what he's drawing here because the lag. But we replaced into Portal. We drew another Emerald Rejuvenator.
Here's the second draw. What's he get? I apologize
We'll find
for
out
the
tomorrow.
lag, people. Yeah, the lag on the second hand. A Mystic.
Ugh.
Well, it's 6 HP or 6 mana. You can do both those.
Oh. Yeah, I think we're swinging for the fences on that Dunecaster. Healing up as much as we can.
So, heal to 6, go to 18.
If he
that's-
plays both minions on either side here, he can kind of limit the Dervish spawn to being only on one side. Oh, he did not play Healing Mystic.
Yeah. Huh.
He did not play Healing Mystic.
Yeah, what's up with that? Oh, does he Portal Guardian? He kind of wants more value out of it at
He
9
didn't play
mana.
anything. If he had played Healing Mystic here,
The Dervish would spawn above here and only be able to attack Primus Fist or Healing Mystic. Alright.
oh man,
So Zoochz.
6 more damage, 8 damage, 10 perfect lethal.
2,
Replaces into the second
4.
Rashas.
6. Double Rashas. So that's it. Well played. Memestorm.
If he had played Mystic, he would not have been dead.
So Zoochz wins 2 matches for Memestorm, I believe.
Yep. Same with nowayitsj.
Yeah, he won with Vanar and Abyssian, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Both
it.
of them preyed on the Magmar, and then they preyed on the Vitruvian, and
People are gonna. The best teams are gonna figure out a way to win with Magmar and Vitruvian. It seems these are tough wins.
yep, that's going to be like the difficult part. Not necessarily difficult for Magmar to win. I think that's unreasonable to say. I think it's more difficult for Magmar to get a favorable matchup than it is for man. Look at that
Right.
tweet deck, though.
Yeah, I love TweetDeck, man. It's my favorite. Anyways, guys, that's pretty awesome. What did you guys think of that? Memestorm, Up one game, so I think they get 600 gold to split amongst themselves, 100 gold each, or maybe they're cool and they give 100 gold per win, and Envy's kind of left out in the cold, having to leave. We'll see. But that's our first match of this week. Next week we'll have a different match for you guys. Always, the VODs are going to be up on my YouTube channel. I want to thank Grinch for helping me out in a bind here, jumping on in here, giving us his great insight into these matches. And I hope everybody enjoyed the Conquest. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It's very interesting, especially when it comes down to who you put up and when you put up is very important.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with what you're saying. That kind of one team did not, like Colos did not play any Silverguard Knights or Ironcliff Guardian in his Lion-R, and then on the other hand, Wag played them, but then played them later, potentially after the Abyss matchup was completed. So there's going to be definitely some, jockey into when you want to play your deck, because you don't want them to have the counter to it. So it's another layer of intricacy that I wasn't even thinking about. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it's really there's a whole nother mind game to the whole strategy, and I think that's going to bring out a lot of fun for this tournament in the weeks to come. So once players start to realize that they can't just throw one list at your opponents all day until you get a win with it, because at that point you're probably never going to win with it, right? Because once people know the deck, know everything that's in it, they've seen it go to almost fatigue twice, it's pretty hard to win with a deck that people know inside and out. So more strategy, more games.
All right, Grinch, where can they find you when they're not watching the Team League?
If you're looking for me in my stream, you guys can always find me on Twitch TV/GrincherZ. You can also find me on Twitter @GrincherZ. I love to tweet, so see you guys on there if you think I deserve a follow. Or if you think my beanie was meta ruining, don't bother.
I gotta say, the votes were in and they want you to wash it.
I did wash it.
All right,
I don't even understand.
I want to give a shout out to PiepusBartus and Wag. Wag did this screen, guys. So shout out to Wag in channel. He did this all. He found me these icons. He did all the drawing of this, all the mock-up of it was all him. So it was pretty baller of him to do that. And Pipus, for kind of putting on this tournament. It's going to be a great opportunity for all the players and myself included. I know we appreciate any kind of person putting the effort in to run tournaments for us. So anyways, guys, I think that's it. You guys could check the VOD out. I think I'd hope tonight, but I don't know for sure. It depends on how long it takes to render. It's been about 3 hours of tournament, so it's gonna be a big VOD. So I love you all. Be sure to follow me here on this channel for the next week's tournament, and be sure to follow me on Twitter as well at Guru Gaming up top here, guys. So thank you all, and hopefully if Grinch streams tonight, you guys can go watch him. Peace out.
All right, see you later.